stand and crash out. Leave them on skates, baby, get your map out. Let it ride, I don't cash out. Seatbelt gang, leave them strapped in the paint, getting back down. They finally let the cat out the bag to get a bag now. Dropping pace buckets, the wings just had to branch out. Hand down, that's a man down. CC shooting shots from the stands now. We never got a handout.
Look, ain't there no subtle shit. Running, never walking, told them, never mind my government. I don't want no credit, this the first time I discovered it. Who can block my shot? It's nobody, yes, none of them. Seeking competition, have you seen it? Was even give a grapevine, talking about arenas. On the beat, you know I Levi, I'm a genius. Y'all be acting dirty and foul, I'm the cleanest. I'm like AI, not ChatGPT, the only answer bringing chaos. In the crowd, watch what I do like a seance. And he told me turn the camera on like, hey ma. Jewels on my neck though, I've been really trying to act right, never left though. Y'all be stealing styles, yeah, it's feeling hella cleft though. I ball number one, yeah, I'm feeling like LaMelo.
We gon' big, gon' big. We gon' big, gon' big. We gon' big, gon' big. Don't trip, gotta get it how you live, ayy. Yeah, we gon' big, gon' big. We gon' big, gon' big. We gon' big, gon' big. Don't trip, gotta get it how you live, ayy.
Hello everybody, welcome. How the devil are we? Happy Halloween to you all. Oh, there's a big explosion just got out the back there. So, happy Halloween to all who celebrate. Happy, I was going to say happy football manager. Happy relegation, I suppose, to those who celebrated that last night. There will be so many that will have celebrated it. Me, I'm celebrating not being sacked. I don't understand how I've not been sacked. I still don't get it. Like, did the board just forget to sack me? Was that the thing? They went, you know what, TJ? It's probably not really worth sacking you. If we're honest, we should probably just say, well, you know what? How's about we just keep going? Ignore that initial conversation about us firing you. Didn't really mean it. On you go, pal. You do whatever you need to do. And that feels a lot like what happened. So I guess we sort of just continue, don't we? Because we presumed we were going to get sacked. And therefore we had a plan B up our sleeve for a new save. We didn't get sacked. So we might as well rebuild the championship. Let's do it, shall we? Here we go then. This is us. It is official. We did finish bottom. We finished proper bottom as well. 26 points is all we got last season. We had 6 wins in 38 games, and 3 of those came in the last 5 games. So there we go. That's literally what happened right there. It was fun. It was exciting. It was very much. It was all excitement last night. It was just like complete carnage, chaos. There was a hot fix in the background. We think it helped us. There's been another hot fix today, so I hope it hasn't ruined everything we built up last night. Any momentum we built last night, I hope it's not now cut to shreds. It might be. And if it does, then fair enough, to be honest. Daddio says, so crazy, I came back. That's what we want. We want repeat custom here, Daddio. Thank you very much for being here. Do I think we'll be first in the championship? Passport, I don't know. We've literally just gone down. We've brought a couple of players in already, and we have unfortunately lost a couple of players already. One or two. Granit Xhaka, for example, he wants to leave. He's already going to be eyeing up a move back to Arsenal, believe it or not, at 33 years young. He's going back to Arsenal for 15 million quid. Who else has left? Siddiqui looks like he's off to West Ham. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed to have lost Siddiqui, but I suppose we could probably replace him. We've got Diarra still here. Job, of course, is going to go back. Gertrude is going to go back. Reinildo looks like he's on his way out to Spartak Moscow or Swansea, and we might actually be able to replace him with Swansea's left back, to be honest. We've got to try and keep Job, maybe, but in a sense, allowing Job to leave lets us put more game time at Chris Riggs' feet. So that could potentially be something quite useful. We could maybe get more out of Riggy. Sadly, and this is very, very sadly, Luke O'Nien wants to leave. That's the big issue I've got right now. He wants to leave. Dan Ballard was wanted by Ipswich. I don't know if he is anymore or not. Mukiele is wanted by Ipswich and Leicester. I'd rather not sell him, but again, we could potentially cash in. So, in a sense, we've got a lot of money in the Championship. Enzo Lefebvre wants to leave, so again, we can bring in 20 odd million quid for him. Jonas Wind, I mean, he's wanted by West Brom and Lecce and Palermo. So the good thing is we've got sellable assets in the Championship. Francolino is unhappy playing channel forward, which is where he's asked to play. I don't get it. I don't really want to sell Mukiele, to be honest, George, but look, we'll see what happens, right? There might be some outgoings that I don't particularly want. Parsons, appreciate the follow, by the way. Very, very kind. There might be some outgoings that I don't particularly want, but there might be some that will kind of help us in the long run. Yeah, we've obviously extended. Well, I say obviously, we've extended Francolino's contract since the relegation, and it's cost us a bit more, but we've managed to get rid of his relegation release clause. So that's quite good, really. And because of that, it means we can sort of play around a little bit more with it. Spartak want to try and sign Reinildo. To be honest, we're just going to accept most bids, really, that come in, just to let players go. This is very, very exciting. Ivan Helland, Ropper, one of your boy, has actually said that we might, he's gone and had a conversation with us, and Inter haven't come in for him. So for 7.5 million quid, we might be getting one of the hottest prospects in Norway. 21 years old, 6'5", centre half, 17 for determination, 16 for tackling, only 14 for jumping reach, but look how strong he is. Look at his anticipation, look at his heading, look at his positioning. I mean, this could be an absolute, George just said there, an absolute bulldozer of a player. Like, we could be digging up some trees and then some. This could be an epic signing for a Championship club, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm very, very excited by that. We have brought another player in as well. Let me see if we can see how we navigate this, shall we? Players in. Is it transfer activity or is it transfer history? We've brought a lad in. We have brought someone already, haven't we? We brought a guy in from Scotland. Breaks his leg first day of training. George. That is possible. That is completely possible, but let's not hope that's the situation. Zarman says, finally we can sign DJ Pedro and give him the playing time. Oh, I love DJ Pedro. I love the fact that you were here for the Banbridge, DJ Pedro. Alex Freeman, if you need a right back. Who's Alex Freeman, tactician? Give me more information about who he is. Granite, it's been a pleasure, sir. away you go. Back to Arsenal. It's with a heavy heart he leaves. But it's understandable, isn't he? David Butler going well with my Villa save. Second in the league in January, playing 4-4-2. Loving that. Villa in a 4-4-2. Iving Helland is in. 37 grand a week. That's a bargain in these days, isn't it? We've got £35 million to spend as well, by the way. So we have a good chunk of money. New Everton from Shakhtar. 5'5". Quite quick, quite dribbly. Good flair, good off the balls. Bit of Brazilian magic, maybe. Could possibly replace Enzo Lefebvre. Maybe. Right-footed. Let's just shortlist you. There's something about you, maybe. New Everton. Possibly. We shall see. A very young, promising right-back called Orlando, from Orlando City. Sorry, I was going to say called Orlando City. Can you talk about the rumours linking Noah Siddiqui with Burnley? I don't want to. I don't want to talk about that. That sounds horrible. Noah Siddiqui to Burnley. Oh, no offence to Burnley, but also, I mean, seriously. We can't be doing that. There's Alex Freeman then. That is super cheap, tactician. Hang on, what's the crack here? How come he's that cheap? I mean, and 7 caps. Ridiculously quick. Potentially good jumping. Dribbling's fine. He's 6'2". How come no one knows about this guy? Or is this the thing that people do know about this guy and it's just me that doesn't know that? Because that is also a possibility. Tim Wolfenden, apologies if the music's a bit too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit. I'll turn that down a smidge. Low aggression. Low aggression is a thing. Yeah. Bravery as well. That's true. 4 to 8 is very, very low, Rich. That is very, very low. But everything else is looking pretty handy, isn't it? I see you decided to stay on Sunderland after I left the stream. Were you relegated? What happened? We did have... Yeah, we got relegated. The board didn't sack us, so we're still here. The other plan was to start a new save in Darlington. And go and manage Darlington. But we might still do that. We might. It's not a TJ Beta save if there's no sacking. Agreed, GB. Can't be having that. I mean, you know as well as I do, right? You know how we roll around here. We get sacked. That's just what happens. But yeah, we didn't. The board forgot. The board went on holidays and just went, oh, see you, TJ. You did a great job. See you next year. And I was like, we're not going to do the whole sacking thing? Because like I got my bag packed and they were like, bye now. So, fine. Off they went. Fuck the Alliance. That's right, Eggmania. Yeah. Down with the Alliance. I don't know what that means, but what does that mean? Let me know. I always remember the Larissa sacking. That was shocking. That was shocking. That still angers me, to be honest. Oh God, we might have to take Saudi money for Siddiqui. I'd feel bad selling him there. I sort of hope that he has like better morals, but is that or West Ham? Like I don't know if it's like any better. What's better, Saudi Arabia or West Ham? Just like ugh, neither is good. Off to West Ham he goes then. £29 million. I'm sorry, Noah Siddiqui. We're gonna have to just do it to get the money, aren't we? James Wilson, if you need or want a promising young striker. Backup is a great option for the Championship. He's from Hearts. Is he the same guy that started as Man United? James Wilson. James Wilson sounds like a player that's been a wonder kid in every single version of the game. Just generic name. Generic name. Wanted by Chelsea. We're going to have to move fast, aren't we? How does FFP work when you go down? Do you have to rebuy players? I don't know, Crazy Dave. I guess we'll work out. We'll work it out as we go through. Daddio says, don't forget Helen wanted to play ball-playing centre-back. He will play ball-playing centre-back. He will be there. We need someone to play those balls. £11 million for Wilson. Did Sunderland get relegated? We did. We did. It was, well, there was many reasons as to why, including absolute bullshit. Bullshit was one of the reasons. But it was also partly due to, I mean, it's the beta, there was bugs. I'm tactically inept. Loads of things. That guy could be alright, actually, to be honest. And if Enzo Lefebvre leaves, then he might slot in at left on the left side. There was a thing, and we've done it. Cy Maggio ran a video about my left backs, and I started making a video today, but I haven't actually had time to finish it. And I was looking at the difference between Thursday's stream when left backs went missing completely, and then last night's stream when we actually started to tackle, and it's night and day. It's literally night and day. So hopefully we are on the road to a complete, or as close to complete, FM26 as we can have. Hopefully. Then again, there has been an update tonight, so potentially that might undo all the good work. We'll see. MC on YouTube says, just under my save, watching you with yours and a hot cup of hot chocolate coffee. Good evening incoming. Oh, MC, what an evening you're going to be having, my friend. It's a pleasure to have you. Get that hot chocolate on the go. But yes, as I say, if you are brand new around here, though, please feel free, hit a drop a follow on there, whether on Twitch, whether on YouTube, and then also as well, keep your eyes peeled for, what's this? This is Europeans. We don't need to know about that. Kitty Catty, appreciate the follow, very, very kind, and Ralph as well, very kind. Thank you. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like the stream as well. That'd be much appreciated. And we are going to try and do some more stuff, content-wise, throughout the game cycle. So, I think there's enough of us in, to be honest now, to ask the question, which is, and we'll probably ask it a couple of times. Let's see what Ralph's question is first of all, though, before we get into that. Do we think the console and PC version will be much similar this year? Do you know what, Ralph? I have got no idea. I have never played the console version, so I wouldn't like to speculate on whether they're going to be similar or not. They're similar in the fact that they're a football management simulation game, so in that sense, yes, I would say that they're going to be similar. Will they look similar? Probably. Probably, because why not? Like, the UI is quite modern, so I would make sure that, like, for me personally, if I was making a game and I had a console version and a mobile version and a PC version, I would try and make them all look fairly similar. So yeah, I would suspect they do. Do they play similar? Again, I would suspect they play quite similar because the whole point of the game is very similar. The big question I would have about console is, does it go past that, is it 20 or 30 year limit that they've had previously? That's the bit that I would be wondering about. Like, you know, have you got that in your locker? Because that's ultimately the main difference between PC and console. And like, without that, I think everyone's then going to be saying it's a dumbed down version, which I don't really agree with. It's a different version, you know, but that's where they are, isn't it? Do I like Onyedika? from Bruges as a replacement for Siddiqui. Now, I don't know is the question. But bear in mind, we are in the Championship, so even if I like him, that is going to be a big put-off for me. £28 million, and the fact he's wanted by Inter, Roma, Juve, Napoli. Yeah, I can't see him coming to us, I'm afraid. He looks good. He does look good. But I think in reality for us right now, without any other signings coming in, I think it's going to be Habib Diarra going in there. Quote of the day, I've realised that to become a jockey you needed to be a horse first, says Socrates. Some people say that. Some people say that. Luke, I missed the stream last night. How have you not been sacked? I don't know, Luke. I genuinely have no idea. I have got no clue as to how we haven't been sacked. We were all sat aghast last night that we hadn't been sacked. The fact that we went and won 3 games in a row was like insane to start off with, wasn't it? It was just like, oh, what the hell's happening here? Like, this was incredible. And then it went downhill. Well, it didn't go downhill. Like, we lost to Man U, we lost to Chelsea, and it was like, all right, fair enough. That was the end of the road, essentially. But man, we made it exciting for a couple of weeks. Yeah, we made it exciting. They saw the TJ Ball magic. They did. Would Reece Nelson be an option? Let's see the table. Missed the stream. How did you manage to get sacked? Well, we didn't, Dragon. That's the thing. We didn't get sacked. That was the thing. As I say here, so we finished bottom, sadly, 26 points, which meant we were, well, 8 away from safety. We had to win all of our final 6 games. We won 4 out of 6, I think. Which, to be fair, we didn't win 4 games, or 3 out of our final 6, sorry. Yeah, 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats. Which, do you know what I mean? 2-1 defeat against Man United and a 2-0 against Chelsea. A last-minute equaliser against Everton was a bit of a pill to swallow, but it was what it was at the end of the day. It's fine. Like, you know, we just go on with it. We make it happen. It is what it is. But yeah, let's rebuild in the Championship. As Tristan said already in the chat, by the way, this could be a super interesting rebuild. This could be a super interesting rebuild because we've got a decent amount of money. We've got a decent rep. And yeah, like let's get back up. This is exciting. I genuinely think this is exciting. Ronnie Danielson is demanding a compensation payment of £2 million following Reams' bid. Like, why are we paying the agent £2 million to sell Jonas Wind? Like, I don't need to sell Jonas Wind, actually. He's wanted by 13 clubs. So, do you know what? I'm going to reject that payoff. No. If Jonas Wind wants to leave, and he doesn't have to, right? Wolves, Udinese, Lecce, Paris, Lyon, Nice, Leicester, Metz, Lorient. Quite a lot of teams. Rumoured interest, Swansea, Palermo. Relegated but not sacked. I'm shocked. Aiden, me too, mate. Genuinely. I was expecting to be sacked multiple times before relegation was confirmed. Why do I not negotiate for higher bids? Because at the minute, my thought process is we've just gone down. So, like, it's essentially a fire sale, really. In reality, that's probably what would happen. I can't imagine we'd be haggling. So that's how I'm playing it in my head. Yeah. Portsmouth want Patrick Bamford. They can have him. Dundee United want Masuaku. That's fair as well. Struggling to recreate Lothar Matthäus in a classic tactic. I don't know how you create his position in FM26. I haven't got a clue. I have not got a clue, Socrates. No idea. Chris is in, by the way. Evening, Chris. How are we? Stealthy says, I'm looking forward to Francolino destroying the championship. He needs to stay. He needs to stay, doesn't he? Devastate says, I got Ipswich from the Championship to the Premier League and Europa League, but winning the FA Cup and the save has corrupted. Ooh, save's corrupted? What happened there? Have you been fiddling with the editor? That sounds like what happens with corrupted saves. I've just replied to there, devastated. Socrates doesn't always play in the back three, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, look, to be honest, I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know how you're going to be able to recreate Lothar Matthäus. There's a question we've got here of Ruben Neves, by the way. He's available on a free. We've got him on trial. He's meant to be quite good. What's his potential wages looking like? If this isn't too expensive, this could be quite a signing. 50 grand. Is 50 grand a week decent enough for Ruben Neves? That feels fine. That feels very fine, actually. I mean, Lorient are interested, so I'd imagine he's going to go to there anyway. Like, I imagine he's going to leave us and go to Lorient, but to be in with a bit of a shout of that, you would increase it a bit. I was thinking about that, Tristan, thinking maybe we do that. Reinildo's unhappy. What? He's unhappy that West Ham's bid wasn't accepted. Well, West Ham didn't offer enough. Yeah, they didn't offer enough money. So yeah, 16 million is the highest you're willing to accept. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, right. I don't know what your point is. That makes no sense. Xhaka and a few others earn twice as much, so it's not bad to pop another 10k on. That's a smart way of looking at it, Tristan. Let's just try. Let's nudge it to 60 and hope that he comes in. Lorient probably haven't got that sort of money, but it might be interesting. Yeah, he wanted 450 grand for you, didn't he? 33. I'm not paying them off at all. Ronaldo deal falls through. How's the tactic looking at the minute? Ling Zai. I don't know, because we're in the pre-season at the moment, so we're just gonna have to wait and see where we're at. Sunderland are proving difficult to break down on my save, says Fran. In a game against them, I have 27 shots, they have 5. They're 2-1 up. God, Sunderland. Love that. Leeds are trying to hire one of our scouts. He's going to leave, isn't he? Yes, Madej staying. Good. Devastated. I got Ipswich from the Championship, the Premiership. Yes, we know that. Devastated. Yeah, sorry, you said there might have been a tactic that had gone, an ad that had gone through. Yeah, what happened with your save file then? Have you been messing about in the editor? Is that what happened in terms of corruption? Is that been the thing? Maybe. Just speculating at this point. Signed Ruben Neves. He joined my Ipswich side after the first season when we got to the Premier League. Was good for one season. Made 35 million quid on him. That's the kind of money balling I'm all over in it. Yeah. How much have City just paid for Dembele? I don't know. Has it just flashed up? Has it? I'd imagine that they've done it fairly cheap because you know what Man City are like. They don't spend a lot of money, do they? Let's have a look, shall we? Also, as well, we're expecting England will, of course, win the World Cup because that's just what happens in Football Manager. Has Dembele gone? Has Xhaka gone? He has. The Arsenal. He's gone back to Arsenal. He has gone back. Man City have bid 188 million for Ousmane Dembele. 188 million. He went back to Arsenal. He did, yeah. Save every couple of games. What do you think about your own players? What do you think about how your players are defending in FM26? Asks Alexo. So that's interesting, Alexo. Alexo, sorry. They have been incredibly passive. But the hot fix yesterday dropped, and we saw them tackle. We actually saw them tackle. So I'm starting to think that maybe we might be starting to turn the tides, and if we see players tackling, that could be good. How much is Yamal from Barcelona? I mean, he's not going to come to us. He's not going to come to us. I don't care what anyone says. Like, as much fun as the Championship of Sunderland is, he's not for sale. I mean, to be honest, I could have known that without even clicking on it. Like, Barcelona don't want to sell him. It's weird they didn't mention engine tweaks. I like the fact they don't mention it. I like the fact they just keep it on the quiet to just be like, let's just sneak this one in, you know. I saw a slide tackle. I did see a slide tackle. I saw one yesterday. I was like, fucking get in. Sam Tickle for Wigan. The goalkeeper has a major upgrade. Premier League rated now. Wigan in my save. I'm not buying a goalkeeper called Tickle. I'm sorry. You can't have a goalkeeper called Tickle. Yeah, there was definitely a slide tackle. Saw one in our game. Mukiele did it. Dovin got the tackle in there. I was like, get in. Don't need Yamal. We've got Chris Rigg. Exactly 32. We also don't need Mr. Tickle. Rice from Rangers or Wilson from Hearts. Wilson from Hearts I've just had a little look at, and I quite like the idea of him as well. At £11 million, he could replace Enzo Lafay, to be honest. Ronnie Edwards, I like Ronnie Edwards, Matt. I like Ronnie Edwards a lot. I've always liked him. He's in my thinking, to be honest. In fact, he's on my shortlist. You can see it, he's on my shortlist. I say he's on my shortlist. He should be. There he is. Yeah, Ronnie Edwards. Like, he's just a stalwart, isn't he? Now, that's expensive-ish, maybe. For the money we've got, it's money well spent, though. So we should be okay. What I really need is I need a left-back. I really need a left-back. We've got Harrison Burrows here as an option. But he's probably quite expensive. He's wanted by the Premier League as well, so that's maybe not going to happen. Am I carrying the save on, or will it end with the beta? Right, this is the question I was going to answer. Daniel. Matt Target. I don't think Matt Target's good enough, Tristan. Like, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure he's good enough. And for the price it's going to cost us to have him, and the wages he's going to need, he's not really worth it in the Championship. Lucas Pitton's a maybe, but again, 12 million quid is a lot of money for a left back. There's that James Wilson lad that we saw. We like the look of him. He is quick. He's got good crossing. He's got good dribbling. Sorry, he's got good dribbling and finishing. I might, you know what? £11 million. I might just push the button on him. Okay, let's do that. Try and ward off a bid from Chelsea. What about our loanee? We will do, yeah. Did I sign the Georgian left back? That's a thing. I looked at him, didn't I? This lad here, Karabarashvili. Now he was what, £3 million. Now he can't join until September, but we could put that bid in. Well remembered, Tristan. So here's my question then, everyone. Here's my question. The beta, of course, ends on Tuesday, right? Now, I was presuming we were getting sacked yesterday. So Ben Nelson as well is another option for us, but ideally on loan rather than paying 20 million quid for him. I had a thought about continuing this save beyond the beta, because my initial thing was when we were in the Premier League, right? There's no jeopardy with Sunderland at all, really. And of course, what I've done is I've made jeopardy by getting us relegated. So now, of course, the jeopardy is getting back to the Premier League. So there's a bit of excitement, a bit of interest there. What we now need to do is decide whether or not we continue this save, and I think it's worth continuing, yeah? Or do we... The other option I've got is we start the lower league, sort of non-league style save. We go to Darlington. I think Darlington's probably the team to go to. York, probably a bit too much expectation. And Gateshead, probably a bit too much expectation as well. Do we go to Darlington and then just try and sort of nudge it through, to be honest? Can we get a poll? We can get a poll, Mrs. J. Let me do this, because this is what me and Mrs. J talk about when we're just sat around eating our tea. There's no point offering me more suggestions of teams. The team is chosen. It's Darlington. It really is the thing. Let's do the poll, right? So while I'm trying to work out how I can't sign this guy, so we're gonna put Tuesday, Sunderland, Darlow, right? 5 minutes on this one, because this is a big decision, okay? This save needs to be fun and engaging. Well, the thing I'm thinking, okay, is that this save is quite fun and engaging. We're having a nice time. But the Darlow one, they're fan-owned, they've been multiple bankruptcies, they've had a stadium built for them, which was a massive, reason as to why they were bankrupt. They are relatively close to where we are now. York, of course, would be the obvious choice, but York have an expectation to win the league, probably. The Sunderland save, I could continue offline, and we could still post weekly updates on YouTube. Let me know what you want in terms of a stream. Do you want a Sunderland stream, or do you want a Darlington stream? Poor YouTubers. Hang on, let me get you a from Tuesday. Let me get you a poll as well, YouTuber. Sorry. There we go. There's a poll going up as well there. Let's see, how do these guys want this player to do. So let's go important player. He's happy with that. 8 grand is nothing, to be honest. And he can join. He joins in January, actually, right? So there's a little bit of time for that to happen. So we do still need a left back until he joins. Okay. Barton's in on the sub. 33 months, my friend. Thank you. Just here for a poll. There we go. Always here for a bit of polling. I think you want Darlow, says Dadio. It's why I do the Chester save. It's my local team. They've been through the ringer and now they're fan owned. Borgia is an option. Borgia is good. Borgia is very, very good. I think he might be a bit too expensive for us, to be honest. If he's even in the game, because doesn't he play in Romania or Germany? Romania or Japan, I think. Yeah, he's maybe not in our database at this point, sadly. Yeah, I thought as I say, yeah, I've seen him before. We've definitely had him in previous worlds, because we were managing in Romania last year. Where's the Romanian national team? Can you see the national team? You can't, can you? Men's national team squad. We've obviously not got it loaded. We've obviously not got enough players loaded in to see him, I'm afraid. So yeah, I appreciate we're going at TJ pace, but how long will it take you to play a season if we give you a pass to stream lots before Tuesday? Could I get a season done? What, between now and Tuesday, Mrs. J? I mean, it'll be pushing it. Like, it's a big... So tonight, tomorrow, Sunday we're doing the podcast. Monday night, I mean, I'm off Tuesday, but do I want to spend the entire Tuesday? Do I want to spend all day Tuesday streaming and then being ready to go in the evening? Oof, that's a lot, isn't it? So Ranildo still might not be going to anywhere because of the whole issue with his agent wanting to pay off. 46 games plus the cups, and we are definitely going to get cups as well. Yeah. Finish the Sunderland save before moving on, says El Diego. That could work. 16-hour stream, says Hartman. Yeah, just do a 16-hour stream. That'll be fine, innit? Do squad player in the transfer room, left back, fill until January. They happily sit on the bench. Interesting. At least there's no EFL trophy again. Don't forget the playoff games. Oh yeah, of course, Dan, yeah, because we're not going to go straight up, are we? We're not going to win the league. Just waiting for the Neves announcement, yeah, that he's gone somewhere else. Oh, it's interesting. Now, I'm not going to swear anything, but right now, and of course it's fairly obvious given how my stream works, but over on Twitch, hang on 2 seconds, let's just do this right now. So £51 million for wage budget, okay, and get promoted. 51 million quid. That should just about do us, shouldn't it? Let's confirm that. We have got... Twitch have picked Darlington. Okay? Twitch have picked Darlow. YouTube, believe it or not, YouTube have picked Sunderland. So, of course it's split 50-50. Why wouldn't it be? Because that's just the way we work around here, isn't it? Do we go to penalties? Get Mrs. J to vote. Oh, God. I just find that really interesting that we've both sort of like interested in the same thing. What is the point of this save this year? There we go. There's a question, Robert. Right. Can we ask TikTok? I'm still not allowed being a child. Still not allowed. So the issue. So where we've got is Sunderland for me. My thought with Sunderland was always to do 5 seasons. Okay. And I sort of budgeted in my head that was going to be offline because of the fact that I thought we were going to go straight into the journeyman on Tuesday. However, I don't know about you lot, but I don't think this game is ready for a journeyman just yet. Okay? So my thinking was that we do something like a and I don't want to use Kev's non-league to legend moniker, but we do something like that. We do like we do like non-league save. We maybe go to like January, February time or something, and then once all the updates and the patches have happened, we could then look to go to the journeyman from February-ish or something. That's my thinking. Now, that then of course meant that we obviously have to have something to do. Ruben Neves could be in. This could be decent. So that was my thinking, to be honest. Who's got the highest percentage over Twitch and YouTube? Well, Sunderland are currently 61% on YouTube, and then Twitch, they were 45%, and it was 55% for Darlow on Twitch. There was an interesting answer here, though, which says do Sunderland on YouTube and Darlow on Twitch, which Zarman sort of has, it's that's sort of staring us in the face a little bit, isn't it, really? Cryazar, evening, how are we? Birmingham for the contract with Dan Neil. Is Dan Neil's contract expired? I'd forgotten about that. But if Dan Neil leaves to go to Birmingham and we replace him with Ruben Neves, that's not terrible, is it? Or do we keep Dan Neil for the Championship? Because we could put Riggy there. We could put Diarra as the defender. We could put Ruben Neves as the... Dan Neil is homegrown. Dan, I mean, he's the vice captain as well, is what you've got to think. You know? And also, Xhaka's just left. So... Come on, Dan, you've got to stay. One question, is the save I play in the beta still available when the game on the 4th comes out? Yes, it is, Passport. Yeah, no, all that happens is your game moves into full game mode. So basically, you're going to be absolutely fine. Just continue your save. Okay? Is the elite youth intake player good enough? So I'm wondering whether the elite youth intake player is this guy here that's just been sold to Man City. It's probably him, isn't it? It's probably him. You'll need homegrown players when you qualify for Europe. That is true. That is true, actually. So Mrs. J's question was, right? He's no Renford Raspberry. Oh, I forgot about him. That was a player and a half, wasn't it? Renford Raspberry. Oh, you can change the attribute colours now. Well, this is interesting, Bradley. Yes, apparently. However, the lad who's done all the mods has apparently tweeted out that since the latest update has come out tonight, the latest hotfix, apparently none of his mods work. He says. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But, because I've not got any of the mods on, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But, that might be interesting. There might be some updates that won't work in current saves, so you might need to start a new one, possibly. Yeah, mostly data, Secule. Mostly data. I say mostly because you're right, there will be some bits and pieces that they always recommend starting a new save. But usually the idea is that it's meant to work. The colour change attributes still work. Okay, Dan, cool. As you can see, I've not put it in, so I don't really know as to how it works or whether it will work or not. I've not touched it. But that's interesting if it does still work, because there'll be a lot of people who would really, really love the idea of it still working. But yeah, so my thought was, originally, we keep playing this, and then Mrs. J was like, yeah, but everyone loves the idea of a new save, and like you have to put new save in your title on Tuesday, and that'll drive more people in. And I was like, yes, I get that, but we could just continue here if this is going to be working nicely. And yeah, so that's why I thought I'd put it to yourselves. Like, what would you want to do? Would you want us to continue with Sunderland on stream, or would you happily sit and learn the game through our rise through the divisions? You know, what's the way to do it? Here's a man who'll be able to probably give us the answer, though. The man who talks the most sense in the world of Football Manager. It's FM Llama. Llama, how are you, pal? It's a pleasure to see you in. Welcome, sir. Definitely finish this season and stream and decide from there. We'll finish this season, absolutely, El Diego. Can I withhold my vote until Tuesday in case we don't win a game again? We can probably vote on that tonight, 33. Absolutely. Derby just hired Ryan Jaidi as a manager. I sort of clocked that and then tried to ignore it. I was just like, I saw Jaidi, I was like, I'm not entirely sure we need to remember that that's a player at all. So, Llama, the question we've got is, obviously, we've been relegated. Okay? We're aware we've been relegated. And my question, or Mrs. Jade's question, was what am I doing on Tuesday? Because she thinks that we need to be having new save in the title in order to obviously generate more interest in our product, in the stream, in what we do. So she was like, right, you've got to do that. You've got to get a new save in the title. And I was like, okay, I get that. So my question was, do we stick with what we've got now, which is this Sunderland save, or do we pivot and go to Darlington, which was the other option, which we were gonna do last night? Like, if we got sacked, we were gonna move to Darlington and start a sort of lower league save and go from the bottom and just try and learn the game that way at my pace. Really spend some time sort of like getting into the tactics and getting into the scouting and the trials and looking at small stadiums and all the good stuff that I really love. And so I've asked the chat tonight what they want to do. And as you can imagine, it's 50-50. So Twitch want us to continue. Twitch want us to be Darlington. YouTube want us to be Sunderland. There's a possibility that we do both, but that would mean, of course, YouTube videos. Now, YouTube, just to confirm this, by the way, YouTube would mean YouTube videos of Sunderland. We'd still be streaming, so you'd still be getting the save coming through YouTube, but it would be, if we started Darlow, for those people who said, do Sunderland on YouTube and Darlow on Twitch, we would still stream the same save. So that would be Darlow coming through as a stream save. Did Mrs. J also essentially pull you into the boardroom and discuss your future? Several times. I think there's your answer. All the lovely stuff, all the stuff I really love. The game is ready for a long-term save. Small tweaks this week are making a big difference. It is, isn't it? It is. Ruben Neves is in. That's a huge save. That's a huge signing. Because I don't think the game's ready for the journeyman. That's the thing. I don't think the game is ready for us to go full-on journeyman. Yeah. Because there's too many bits and pieces that don't quite work. Ruben Neves is the biggest transfer bait ever. He isn't good and is just as expensive. Well, but in the Championship though, Silkwood, as Granit Xhaka's just gone, and let's face it, he's no Granit Xhaka. He's certainly not the replacement for Granit Xhaka. He's certainly someone who's going to come into the side and be half decent. Adil Ayushi as well as another player that could potentially come in there. It's a conundrum, says Lama. I'm having the same thoughts. People expect a new save from Wednesday. This is true. I'm not sure what shape the game will be on release, and I'm not confident I know how to play it yet. I'd like another week on my beta to getting to know the game. That's a thing, isn't it? That's a good point. It's a really good point. Inverted wing backs. Katie's on the chat as well. She'll have an answer. I'm sure she'll have an answer. That's where I'm at as well. I'm itching to start the main save, but I'm terrified. See, terrified. That's the thing. Tell you what you shouldn't be terrified of. The WFM show. Go and get your ears and eyes on that, folks. If you're not following it, check it out on YouTube. The second episode was recorded last night. I've had a little sneak peek of it, and believe it, well, you will believe it, it's another banger, right? So it's going to quickly become your new favourite podcast. And let's face it, if you like the FM show, it's got all the hallmarks of the FM show, and then some. It's its own thing, and it's a wonderful thing. So go and check it out. Make sure you drop them a follow. What have we got here? I reckon we play Sunderland, then when we're 16th in the Championship, we'll move to our new save. Oh, that sounds depressingly accurate. This was it, wasn't it? That sounds depressingly accurate. You said that this was the year you streamed for you and what you enjoyed. Oh, Joe, don't use my own words against me. I got a bit of the stream, one of the panelists in the WFM show earlier. Very good. Oh, is that Ank? Ank's excellent, aren't they? They are really, really good. Massive fan. Speaking of massive fans, the Mad Scientist is in as well. We're all massive fans of the Mad Scientist. Hope you're well, buddy. Nice to see you. I reckon we play Sunderland to the 16th. That's what we've mentioned there. What are you worried about not working? I ask because I plan on doing one and can't wait. So, Daddio, from what I'm hearing, and I'm going to work on what the community is saying, whether it's what I agree with or not. There is question marks around immersion. There's question marks about how we don't know about long-term bugs. I think is one of my concerns, really. There's obviously an issue with. Matt targets a free transfer there now. Actually, there's issues in the game right now. What's it going to be like 20, 30 years in? I don't want to get to the situation where we are 20 years in the save and then something breaks and it's like, we've literally ruined the save. I would rather take a little bit of time, make sure a long-term save does work nicely, and then commit to a long-term save. So I'm not against the idea of this for 5 years, and let's face it, we're not going to win anything in 5 years, but I'm also not against the idea of going to the bottom, keeping things fairly simple, and just trying to learn the game from the bottom up, giving ourselves till January, February time. There could be issues with new gens, exactly, Rich, and if you're relying on storytelling and all that kind of stuff, that could be a big problem. That could be a big problem. It's the first of a new series, so I'm not sure. I should change my vote. Darlington would show different aspects of the game that I've seen so far, says John. Well, look, it's a well-trodden path, John. I'm not going to lie. I've certainly not invented the format, but you've seen people not getting intakes and stuff on another short-term adventure. Really, people not getting intakes, that could be a problem. You may get relegated to League One, so that could make up your mind. I think if that happens, I think we're going to get sacked. So I don't think that's going to be... I'm not sure that's going to be the issue, Freaky Spiderlegs. It'd be pretty bad of them to release the game with long-term bugs. I agree, Bradley, but I'm just conscious of it because, like... So all games come with bugs, right? All games come with bugs, we know that. All software comes with bugs. The reason that things like beta happens is that they can test and test and test and test and test as much as they want in a relatively controlled environment, okay? And while they might say, look, you know, everything's all fine and it looks great and there's no concerns, it's not until you get this large-scale testing that you get with beta, where you're putting the game under serious testing, that loads of other bugs crop up that you maybe don't see. And that's when they've got to really work hard to sort of be like, all right, yeah, we've got to get this sorted pretty quickly. And you can't sort of replicate certain scenarios in the testing phase, I suppose. It's just tricky, isn't it? It's tricky. I'm sure it's probably fine, but I'd be gutted if we got 20 years in and then the save corrupted. That would be like, ugh, all that work for nothing. Like, do you remember how we felt when Larissa failed? We got all that way, then we got sacked, and we were like, we're doing a build a nation, and yes, we could have still technically just kept going, but it just felt like an absolute slap in the face. I don't want it to feel like that again in FM26, you know? So this is where I'm trying to work out. I think I've ruined the sounds as well, by the way. I don't know where the sounds are coming from on the game, so sorry if they're not coming through. Yeah. Tuny, huge fan of the game, but so many bugs are obvious. How did they not notice them? Well, you just don't notice them, Tuny. That's the thing. Like, as I say, they maybe work fine in a small testing environment, but once you get this larger testing, more bugs become apparent. Sounds are coming through. Oh, they are. They are perfect. Also, as well, what a perfect fixture for us to check. Sunderland versus Darlow. We can't say winner is what we pick, right? Because it's going to be Darlington, if that's the situation. I did, however, get the 10 season at one club achievement after 6 years. That does sound like a bug, Daddy-O. If it helps him in 2032. How are you in 2032? Have you played all that time, or have you instant resulted? That feels like a lot. Have you not slept It's all smooth. They've been head-hunted by Man City and Real Madrid. Youth intakes have been fine. The youngster seems really, really good. Isidore drops his shoulder. Isidore. What a goal. Plus, there is part of me that wants to manage in stadiums like this. That's part of it. You know? This is me. Isn't it? This is me. Small stadiums. I want to see houses. I want to see trees. Tony, do I do much transfer business? Do you think it's safe to start my main save yet? I mean, you can start your main save, Nevsky. Absolutely. We're just talking about this right now as to what we do. Like, I don't, because my main save is going to be a journeyman, I don't think it's worth starting just yet. Can you turn the volume down in FM? I can't find how. Yeah, it'll be in your settings. There'll be a little bit here. Match sounds. Yeah, you'll need to turn that down. We'll turn it off first of all, but then do it in your sound settings for your PC. I think way too many there for a TJ team. What, fans or trees or what, Dan? Big Cal, where do I get FM from? You use my code. Use my code. There you go. George is already on it. Thank you, George. You play a season a day, Daddy. I broke my leg earlier. 118 hours logged, mate. Like, are you literally just pissing where you sit? That's incredible. I don't think there's been 118 hours between release day and now. Has their kit got one black arm? It has, yeah. One black arm, one white arm. Bit like Kane. Yeah. That's exactly what it's like. Is it still raining? It is still raining. It's summer. Does that give me FM now? It does. Once you've paid for it, it does, yeah. And then you get this. You get the version we're playing right now, which is the early access. And then on Tuesday, the game instantly updates to the full version. Do I take the laptop to the toilet? No, not me. No, I play on a desktop. Oh, way too many fans. Yeah, that makes sense, Dan, actually. Good point. Definitely taken on board. Games like FIFA require you to have a code to play the beta, so only select people can test the game. That's true, actually. I want to start my main save because I'm impatient. What is your main save, Nevsky? Francolino. This is running a tiny bit slow. Oh yeah, I turned it down earlier and I was trying to make a video. Let's nudge that up a little bit. Yeah, most season ticket holders have lobbied the local council, to be honest. To play FM all day, I need to break a leg. Oh yeah, break a major bone, Fran. Isidore knocks it back. Dan Neal. Isidore closed down. Is it the game that's stuttering or just the stream? It's probably the game, to be honest. On Dequay, because it's the beta still, so it's likely to be the game. But if anyone else is complaining about the stream stuttering, let me know. But on my end, it looks like it's all fine. Do I think David Moyes will get a bad reception on Monday? I don't know. Do you know what? Probably not, Bradley. I think we'll be more focused on ourselves than David Moyes. And I hope that's what we are. I hope we're more focused on ourselves. Because we need to just be focused on getting behind the team. Yeah. And like ignoring everything else that goes around. The cam setting is the broadcast cam. Broadcast cam. For me, I forgive David Moyes. I didn't think he was the main problem. Ellis Shaw was lazy. It was a lazy squad he inherited. David Moyes could have done fine. He could have done fine. Yeah, he just didn't, unfortunately. It's one of those ones. You know, Moyes is fine. Would you know, if like, would I take Moyes back at some point? Yeah, at some point probably, but now we don't have to consider it. It's not a problem. Like, it is what it is. There's certainly been worse managers than David Moyes. So yeah, focus on ourselves. Like, we're in a title race now. We don't need to be thinking about the past. You know, we're playing Darlington. That's where you live, says Astrophobia. We are playing Darlington. We might be managing Darlington at some point. We thought about it. We've started talking about it. Coach from Sunderland came into the bars working out in the summer. We were talking about Max Power and reminiscing about Sunderland. It was great. I love Max Power. Like, named after a hairdryer setting. Evening, Pitside Geezer. Nice to see you. Hope you're good. Riggy's short free kick. There's Dan Neil. Edge of the box. Oh, it was curling in the top corner. Gang with a follow. Appreciate that. Very kind. Remember, of course, if you're on YouTube, you can follow as well. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a like on the stream as well. That'd be much appreciated. I think you can even do memberships on YouTube now as well. You can do subscriptions on YouTube, on Twitch. Sorry. If you've got Amazon Prime, it's free. So link your Amazon Prime to Twitch. That supports the stream. James Wilson gets himself a goal on his debut. So yeah, so it's the overriding consensus then that we like both of the ideas of both Sunderland and Darlington. We obviously want to get the next season of Sunderland done. Hopefully we get promoted into the Premier League. That would be good. And then at that point we then decide whether or not we continue with that save on stream or we move into the realms of a sort of non-league stream. There was a comment about Lelujo with his non-league to legend. Let me find out where it was, because there was something. Nevsky starting at IFK, no coping. I love that. I love Swedish saves. Cleval says I'm starting as Dorking Wanderers. Pray for me. We can pray. We can pray for you. We absolutely will pray. Where's the question about Kev? Or who said it? Does anyone remember who said it? Lama says there's a mileage. Is there any mileage in starting a new save? It's quite a short term. One of the problems with FM, you don't lose a long term save. 3 seasons with Celtic, for example. 3 seasons with toppling Madrid or Barcelona. That's a good question, actually. I was Dan that says it makes an awful lot of sense to not immediately switch to a long term save. You mentioned earlier non-league to legend. Kev has even suggested if FM26 is still buggy, he might have a decision to make. This is the thing. Salty B's in the house. Even Salty B, how are we? Welcome. Astrophobia. I've done a few Darlow saves in the past and Hartley pools. Darlow not easy at all. They're crap. I don't support Darlow. I support Middlesbrough. Oh yeah, I'm fully aware that Darlington are crap. That's why I'm attracted to it. You know, York's too much pressure. To be honest, they're expected to do well. Not for me, thank you. I'd rather take the team that's expected to be relegated. Salty, hope you're good though, buddy. How's the season going? Well, we're in pre-season now. This is our first friendly of the season. Look at that, we're tackling players. So we're in. It's interesting. It's much better than the Premier League. That update to the patch last night has worked a treat, an absolute treat. I'm seeing players tackle. I'm seeing us push forward. We have signed Ruben Neves. Reinildo is still here for now. We are trying to sell him. We've brought in Ivan Helland, who's a cracking Norwegian centre half. Frank Alino's still here. Dave Watson is in the team, so let's bring him on for Riggy. Let's also Mukiele is still there. So let's swap them two round, shall we? Human Yuki Ehrlich and swap. Oh, look, actually stayed. Dan Ballard can come in for Alderete. We should have brought Brian Brobby on, shouldn't we? But we haven't. Hjelde. All right, you know what? Put Hjelde on. Let's have some fun. And a Dingra can go on as well. Have you seen the camera view mod that's been worked on? Manager Cam. Salty, I can't keep up with all the mods at the minute. I don't. A lot of them, like, I love the fact that there's a modding community that are working super hard to get stuff done. But what I'm also aware of, there's going to be, Patrick Bamford scores. There's going to be a load of people are going to come into the streams over the next few weeks going, how come you haven't got shoe cam on? And I'll be like going, no, not for me, thank you. We had a load of that about new gen faces being like, oh, why have you not got new gen faces in? Like, I can't play without new gen faces, me. Like, and after a while I just gave up and I was like, fine, put them in. And it turned out it made my game no different. So we're going to get this. I saw someone's trying to do stadium mods as well, and fair play to anyone who's got a spare 200 gig on their hard drives to just put some random stadiums in. Fair play for doing that, but I shan't be doing it. Who went down with you in the save? Who got promoted? So Fulham and Wolves got relegated with me, and Leicester and Swansea got promoted. And I'll have to check who won the playoffs, actually. I think it was West Brom. I think. I'll double check. Never added mods other than database updates. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan, to be honest. Like kits and logo packs, yeah, granted, obviously. And then the mega pack I put in last year as well, because we needed to do something, because FM26 24 was going to last for 4 years, essentially. Well, 2 years really, but skins, I suppose, yeah, they're in there as well. The only mods I understand are the UI speed and attribute colours. Like, even then, like those little things like that, the UI speed, I'm like, I'm not really that bothered about changing it. Like, I'll get used to it. It'll be alright. It's not a problem right now. I think somebody's injured, but I'm not entirely sure who. Okay, who's the injured player? Oh, is it Wilson, is it? Great. Good. New signing, injured. That's what we like. Probably speeds up full release anyway. I don't understand people going crazy over the UI speed thing when the game isn't even released yet. I mean, United, why? You've seen reactions. Like, lots of people are going wild for stuff. We know it's not released yet, but I guess this is the thing. People have waited. People's initial expectations were whatever people's initial expectations were. Rightly or wrongly, they have reacted upon what they've seen, which, fine. You know, you should react on what you've seen. Some people are seeing it very, very much black and white, going, this is what it is and this is what it's always going to be. Some people are choosing to be slightly more optimistic about it and thinking, okay, cool, it might get better. All I can say is from the alpha that I played and streamed and made a bit of content on to now, and what's that, like a week, 10 days or something? It's different. It's already different. Things have changed. I mean, things changed from Thursday. Like Thursday to yesterday, things have changed. They're changing all the time. There's some big updates dropping constantly in a beta game, which we don't normally see, to be honest. You don't normally see changes this quick in a beta, so they must know that something's happening. Like, they must know that things need to be done. And I put a video out yesterday? Was it yesterday? Was it Wednesday? Might have been Wednesday. Saying, like, I don't know how I feel about this game. Because I do flip between I quite like it to I don't like it. And I've not gone as far as saying I hate it. Well, I mean, I might have done on stream on Wednesday. I think I was very unhappy on Wednesday, to be honest. But overall, I'm starting to get used to it. And I know some people saying the whole thing about, like, you know, learning a new UI, is it a bit of a cop-out? Like, you shouldn't have to unlearn and relearn stuff. I get that, but this is where we are. That's just the reality. Like, this is where we are right now. And when I get my flow, Salty, I'm going to kind of like use your point here. When I get my flow, I do quite like it. It's all right. I was very, very unhappy on Wednesday. Yesterday, I sort of saw it work, and I was like, okay, now it's a thing. Who knows what's going to happen, like, on Tuesday. It might change again. And I might have to change my view again. And if it does, then I'll be like, oh, God, here we go. We're all over the place now. I don't want to have to sign Josh Wilson as brand again, because that seems to be one of the only things that people do ever. Max Lowe's quite good though, isn't he? 29 years old. I know we've got that Georgian lad coming in, but do we go for Harrison Burrows? He's curious about the move to Sunderland. Right. Let's try and lowball them first of all. I like the game. There are some things I wish were in the game, mainly better stats about the game, but they're not there, so I have to adapt. I can't imagine a non-league manager has stats to hand, which is a point I've made. And again, sometimes these points don't quite land with people. They are Jake Rostron, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much, my friend. I've said previously, because I don't use certain stuff, I'm not that bothered, and then some people have went, well, I use it, so therefore you should be bothered. And like, what I mean by this is that it's not a huge concern to me that certain things aren't in the game. I get that it's a massive thing for other people. Like, you know, I get that it's a massive thing for other people. But am I particularly bothered that there's no, like, the training isn't better? Nah, I'm not really that fussed, because I don't really bother with training. Like, for me, the work and the effort put in isn't, I don't get a big enough payout for it. So I'm like, fine, I can just move away from that and not really focus on it. But I think that there's some stuff that really needs to be dialed up. And how's that going to work? I don't really know. Liberto. Who on earth is Liberto? I love the fact he's got 18 for determination, 17 for bravery, and 15 for acceleration. There might be a player in there, possibly. Usually feel like it doesn't matter when I miss training. Yeah, exactly, Rumley. Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Like I don't get punished for not doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't end up with 17 injuries a week and then for the game to go, you really should focus on this, because if you don't, we're just going to keep murdering your players. And And I also don't like doing the gamifying thing of like going around and being like, oh, hey, well, you know, well done you've done really well, you've trained really excellently today. Like all those little gamifying stuff, like I'm not bothered about it. Just let me in at it and do my thing and like let me play the game I need to play it, which is everyone else's argument for how Football Manager should be played, which, you know, I see and I understand. Try Peyton Miller, £6 million USA left back. Peyton Miller from New England, 18 years old. Have we just looked at this guy? We looked at this guy, didn't we? That's a different guy. He's got better bravery. He's not got much jumping reach or strength, but that's a bit better. Never done team training. I do individual training. See, I don't do either of them. That's the problem. Like, I've not seen either of them as a big deal. Removing data from lower league managers for the sake of realism is not fair on people who want to play lower league management who want to use data. If they want to be real, they can choose that for themselves. Yeah, I totally get that, Rich. I totally get that. And I've been screaming for realism for ages. And for me, I think realism would be that you'd be using more data in lower league management, because you need to be more accurate when it comes to your... Oh, excuse me. You need to be more accurate when it comes to your recruitment, because you haven't got as much money to spend. So you really want to be making sure that the player you're buying is the best player, is the best pound for pound player you can get. So you probably would lean a little bit more into data and statistics and stuff. So I think it's maybe something that we need to really focus on. You know, for me, heat maps and all that sort of stuff should be in there. Passing maps should be in there. But yeah, I'm concerned that they're not. How much is the game? It's 38 something with my code Poisers. £38.94. That's the one. £6 million for a left back. It's not too bad, to be honest. He looked half decent. Looks and TVs on the follow. So Liberto, 3-star potential. That's not great, is it? Heat maps and passing maps should be fixed just as much as training issues, though. Yeah, I mean, look, there's lots of stuff that needs to be fixed. Let's be honest. Pace. You are making a good point. He's not got 19 pace on my game though. Actually, he has. His accelerations. Do you know what? Fuck it. Why not? I'm feeling in a decent mood. £5 million. That's £5 million rather than 6. Go on then. I'm feeling in a reasonable mood. I will. I'll take a recommendation. Wenger did training himself. Sir Alex delegated both works that should always be in the game. Agreed. Kellis just caught the end of that sentence. Did you say heat maps and passing maps aren't in the game? It doesn't look like it. They're certainly not readily available. So yeah, I think they're gone. Unfortunately. Makes things a bit tricky to sort of work out exactly what you're meant to be doing. Give me the ability to save and import scouting filters and I'll be happy. Second yellow card's got you covered with that one. He's just done a video on that tonight about filters, so go and check it out. It is a wonderful piece of work. as you'd expect. Bournemouth want Alexis. There's a lot of stats available in the data hub, but you have to go rooting for it, which I'm not against. I'm not against the idea of going rooting for information. There should be stuff you've got to go and find. There should be stuff that's got to be in your face, though, to be honest. One thing I think has been overlooked when you think about should be more prominent staff interactions. That one's not great. Yeah. But I think they've also got to make... I'm not paying 30 million quid. I think they've also got to make interactions... you've got to have interactions for a reason, not interactions for interaction's sake. And that's what I feel as though they've got in the game right now. Like, you know, they sort of, all right, yeah, you've got to talk to that person, and that's it. Yeah, there's no, like, you're not brought into the conversation. Yeah, somebody should be in your face, deeper things you should go looking for. Yeah, exactly. Like, you log on and it's a case of, right, Gaffer, you need to read this because this is our opponents next week. Have a look at it. If you want more information, give us a shout, and we can go deeper in that. That's where it should be. Yeah, that's a really good shout. That's a really good shout. Lightbringer TV World. I went for a refund. Interesting. What was the reasoning for that then? It felt console-y. I don't... Right, how's that... Can you very, very quickly, or clearly is probably better than quickly, can you clearly explain what you mean by it feels too console-y? Because I hear this a lot, and I personally don't understand what that means. So, if you could explain it, and that would be much appreciated, just for my understanding. You didn't feel the immersion. And again, expand upon that. What do you mean by the immersion? What isn't clicking? What are you lacking? The cards panels that open up. Okay, again, keep getting into it. I'm gonna give you the space to explain it because I'm curious as to what it means, because I've heard this a lot, and I just want some clarity on what it means, just so when it comes up again I can have a response essentially. Too many clicks to get things done. Okay, so that's not about immersion, is it? That feels more like the workflow, possibly. So for me, just so that I understand it, because when people come and say it felt like a hassle to do the activities, tasks, and running a club, FM was a borderline masterpiece. Right, okay. So again, I'm still struggling, and like, maybe this is me. I'm still struggling to understand what you mean by it feels like a console game, because I'd love to fully understand that bit. Because I agree that the layout, you could say, feels like looks like a console game, and I actually think that's a good thing. I think it looks smarter, personally. The UI is console looking, yeah, but it's not real, right? If I agree and say it is console looking, what I mean is it is Web 3.0, really. Like Champman 93 was all boxes and squares and tiles, and again that was on the Amiga, so that wasn't console-y, that was computer. It looks, Salty's nailed it. It looks like a video game. Yeah. It looks like a video game. It's buggy. I'll agree with you on that bit, Lightbringer. I will agree with you on that bit. It is buggy. Evening, McKins. How are we, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome, Raiders. Hope you're good. How are we? McKins, happy FM26, my friend. Are you good? People just got used to a layout for so long. They did, Spurs guy, but they also had their own skins. So I don't necessarily think that people got used to the layout, because things changed, didn't they? When you put a new skin on, everyone had a very unique and different play style anyway, and is part of the feeling the fact that we can't customize this. Is that it? Maybe, possibly. Evening, McKins. Incredible to see you smashing Twitch this week. McKins, thank you so much. Genuinely, the numbers have been insane. Like, I don't know where people have come from. I love the fact that they've come and they're hanging out and we're all having a lovely time. But yeah, the numbers are ridiculous. What a ball that is. Francolino should have put it in. But by the way, my lot, if you're not following McKins, please go and follow McKins. He is like, not only is he a brilliant streamer, right? Really, really great streamer. Great on TikTok. He's also like just a lovely bloke in real world as well. We played football together for the charity match at Slough, and McKins was one of those people that I really wanted to sort of get to actually meet and chat to properly. Because he's done the podcast a couple of times, and we always get on really well whenever we talk in like Discord calls with like PvP tournaments and stuff. And yeah, finally got to meet each other for the first time. Played on the same side of the pitch as well. I was on the right wing, McKins at the right back. We had a really, really good link up. So yeah, go and drop your follows on McKins. Absolute top dude. TJ recommended, 2 thumbs up. Bring what we got here. So I wasn't having fun finding 45 quid. That's fair. That is fair. Okay? That's a great point. I want classic FM skin as per FM24. Really? The vanilla skin? Interesting. The stat screens show less. I agree with that. I agree with that. Less data oversimplified. So you want the screens now show less data? Yeah, the match day screen is a bit. Yeah, there needs to be more. But again, we got used to the iPad, I think. Personally, I did, because I was using the SAS skin, and I was using the WTCS skin, and I used the Musterman skin. So my in-game screen was an iPad that had more information on that the vanilla skin didn't have. So when I looked at this for the first time, I was like, where's all of my things? And they weren't there. They were taken away from me. But then also it wasn't there in the first place because I had a skin on. So there is a little bit of that. It feels like a step backwards towards the console crowd. That's the bit I still don't get though, Lightbringer. That's the bit I don't get. I don't get how this is a step towards the console crowd. Because there's a console game. Like, there's a game for console players. It's called FM Console. And I don't understand why people would pay more money for the PC version. Or is it about the same price possibly? I'm not sure. I don't get if you have a console, I don't think you would then buy the PC version. I'm not sure. That's the bit I'm struggling with. And I also don't see how it's a step back. But look, everyone to their own opinion, obviously. I felt like I was playing Pro Evo. Pro Evo was the best one though. That was much better than FIFA. That shows my age, doesn't it? That shows my age. Dub the Red, nice to have you in, buddy. How is it? It's all good. All good, thank you. Very good indeed. It's fresh and modern and will be customizable in time. That's the point, Lulu Booster. It's fresh, it's modern, it will be customizable in the future. It's not now. That's a frustration, an absolute frustration. But yeah, it will be in the future. Chicken, good to see you. Hope you're good. I'm disappointed in SI. Again, in what sense, Lightbringer? And please, by the way, don't feel as though don't feel as though I'm picking on you. I'm trying to engage because I really, really want to get to the bottom of this because I want to understand it. Because some of the comments we get on YouTube videos, you can't have a back and forth. It's like flybys. Like, I think this is shit, and it's like you'll respond, and then it's about 7 hours later they'll get back to responding again. You'll be like, I forgot what I've even commented now. So I'm happy to talk as we are now. Legacy says we should be able to customise our screens with the information we want. I agree completely, Legacy. I agree completely. We should be able to do that. I don't need 4-5 sets of fixture information on my portal. That portal should be for me. It should be what I want to see. What's important to me in my save, my universe. Not, here's 5 different ways to see your fixtures. I don't care about that. I also would want to... we talk about immersion. I want the news screen back on the portal. I want the around the world back in the portal, because the way that I play a journeyman or whatever, or a long-term save, I want to know what's going on to understand the universe, because everyone's universe is individual. Like, and for me, I want to be able to have that little thing that pops up that goes, oh, this has happened. I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. And that only happens, and you lot see it as well. You only see it in my stream. Llama's right, I need job vacancies on the portal. He's 100% right. He is 100% right. Job security and job vacancies. That's the one. In 2025, surely they would develop proper quality new gen faces. Yeah, maybe. They should be able to do that, Bringer, but again, the new gen faces tells me a lot about SI. It's awful. I don't understand what it tells you. Does it tell you what do you think that means? Like, is there a lack of care or something, or a lack of focus? And again, that probably goes to, for £100,000 a month, you could get 4 Eastern European developers to nail the new gen faces. You probably could. They've obviously chosen not to, and I don't know why they've not done that either. But I said FM24. Oh, sorry, I didn't say that. Lightbringer said FM24 was a borderline masterpiece, but used to change the game. That's confusing me. Yes, that's true. Dr. Benji said he can make a better game. I mean, with all due respect, I don't think he could. Like, Poisers, take it easy, my friend. Nice to see you in. We'll see you soon, hopefully. RDF user controller in stream was good for going through messages and screens. Not designed for controller or console. No, it's not. It's not designed at all. It's optimized for controller. It's not designed for controller. I wish the ball didn't sound like a basketball bouncing in a sports hall. That was one of my initial bits of feedback as well, Salty. I was like, it just sounds incredibly reverby, doesn't it? Jambo Scotty, quick question, a small thing. Can you select favourite club for your profile? I couldn't see it. I haven't seen that either, James. I didn't see that either, and I think that might be gone. Possibly. Because when we started at Sunderland, it said on the initial press conference, you're from the area but not a fan. And I was like, but I am though. And it reminded me that I hadn't clicked that button. So yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it's in. I think it's gone missing. It's interesting, isn't it? Because you would think that's just a little detail. But again, something else that's just not there. It might be in at full release, possibly, but yeah, I didn't see it either. And also as well, when you put your managerial history together, you have to almost sort of like agree to how long you've been doing this, possibly. I don't know, it just felt like you also need to have a history with it. Do I buy the game now or wait? I mean, it's up to you, Joe Thorjohn. It will improve. I'm not having 8 million quid for 16 for players worth 16. If you do want to buy it now, feel free to use our code. Absolutely, and of course, YouTubers, if you want to use the code as well, please feel free. I agree with you though, Lightbringer. FM24 was the best. Was the best FM. Absolutely the best FM. And I still think it's the best FM. I still think it's the best FM. Will FM26 be the best FM eventually? Don't know. Maybe, possibly. I bought the games as a musician, wait for the release day. A lot of the criticism I heard, not from myself. I have done some criticism though. Musician, I have. I'm not the shill that everyone likes to, or that some people like to think I am. It comes with an air of impatience. That's a fair point, actually. Some of it is overly harshly criticism when the full version isn't out yet. Seems like a wildly dramatic overstep. Dramatic overstep? Yeah, a little bit. But also, like, I understand people getting wound up about it. I understand it. They've built up an expectation in their heads of what FM26 should be like. They have waited 2 years, so they've just said, look, you know, this is going to have to be the best game. And it's not. Like, it's not the best game. It's getting closer to being a better game, but it's not the best FM. It's just not. Like, I can't tell you that it is, because that would be a lie. Like, is it as good as FM24 at the minute? No. Like, could it be better? Yes, it could be better. Do we need a regime change? In what sense, Lightbringer? Like, do you want a new director? Well, what's a director going to do? Like, what is changing Miles going to do? Like, Miles has even said, okay, that as far as he's aware, as far as he claims, right, when he's on about these sort of increased data patches and stuff, he said that he will do them for free. And he can't see under his leadership ever paying for data patches. If you change director, you do realise you are potentially running, and I don't know this for a fact, of course, but you could speculate that potentially a new director could come in and decide that all of a sudden we're not going to pay 40 quid a game every year. We're going to go to a subscription model. We're going to go to payable downloads. We're going to go to microtransactions. We're going to go to paying for extra licenses. We don't know. Of course we don't know. We could end up with an even more console version, if that's what people think that we're going to get right now, and they think that this is console-y. You do realise the person who comes in next is probably going to be from a console background. They're likely to have worked on something like, for a guess, they're probably going to have worked on FIFA, which is a console game. Yeah? So, when Miles leaves, there is a higher possibility that everything you don't like now is going to get ramped up. Okay? Zealand's right. Zealand's right, Dan. Be careful what you wish for. Everyone's seen it in football, right? You sit there, you slag the manager off, you go, oh, get rid, sack the board, change the board. It doesn't always work out. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes the grass isn't greener. Sometimes you've got to just get through little rough patches and work it out and go, right, that's not what I really want right now, but hey, it's happening. Fine, whatever. Accept it's just a video game. Move on a bit. FM's like West Ham, won a European Cup, wanted rid of Moyes, now look at them. Yeah, 100%. Like, and also, as well, do you know what? West Ham's a great point, because Football Manager fans want the Football Manager way, and nobody can explain what the Football Manager way is, in the same way that no one can explain what the West Ham way is. Sack Miles, give it to Big Sam at the end of the game cycle. That's the one. Yeah. Start painting FM logos on roundabouts. That's where we're at this point. Look at the dumpster fire it is the AFC. Whoever replaces him is likely coming from that sort of background. That's my guess. I could be completely wrong, but that's my guess. I'm just saying, Lightbringer, just to try and set some expectations. By the way, could they not have purchased the rights to utilise the technology that is in AI to create faces? They could, but why? Like, AI isn't everything, is it? Like, AI just makes everything look the same, which, ironically, is very console-y. Like, I don't know. There's a little bit of that with press conferences as well, about sort of being able to get AI adaptive questions. I can sort of see that in a sense, but essentially, really, all we want is that we just want to call someone a prick in a press conference again. I mean, if we're now, well, right, so you've gone from hiring Eastern Europeans for 100 grand to 250 grand to hire some Russians to make things now. Yeah, I mean, ethically, SI probably aren't going to do that, to be honest. You know, you fear that Miles will leave soon, Rich. Your beauty's had the stress he's gone through. He's talked about succession management in a recent interview. Yeah, I mean, he's come off social media, so I think that's made him happier. He's not have to see people tagging him in everything constantly, at Sock, you know, at Miles, at SI. They might hire from within. Potential. Do you understand how difficult coding can be? Yeah. Yeah, adapted media questions should be in there by now too. But again, would it make it any more fun? Would anyone play it? I don't think it would make press conferences more enjoyable. I don't think people would interact with it more. I think people would still skip through it. Miles was talking to Jack about his health and needing to think about the successor. Yeah, you just don't know, do you? You don't know what's around the corner. And as I say, that doesn't necessarily mean that the change will be a positive change. Bellingham should have said that Sunderland don't make sense what he's done. He hasn't done anything at Dortmund. He hasn't done anything, but we've pocketed 30 million quid and we've signed Granit Xhaka. So, and we're probably likely to get him back in on loan in January because he's not done very well. So we've done very, very well out of the deal. I don't think he should have gone to Dortmund personally. I would have loved to have seen him play for Sunderland for another year, but given the fact we got good money and it allowed us to get Granit Xhaka, I'm okay with the deal. And we got Siddiqui and we got Habib, and he hasn't really set the world on fire. It's sort of worked out pretty well from a Sunderland perspective. I genuinely, I thought he would have gone to Man U, personally, because I think he would do really well at Man United. I'm surprised he didn't. It's your own. Quick question, does anyone else have their tactic proficiency going up or staying at really low levels no matter how much you play it? I can't say I've noticed it. You're on. Can't say I've noticed it. You could have got a Granit Xhaka regardless. We could have done, but I don't. But I think that move prompted the Bellingham move prompted Xhaka as the signing, because we moved. We had to replace him with somebody good, so we could easily put Bellingham in the side. And don't be honest. You know, sorry. If Job comes back in January, we'll find a place to put him in the team. But I think if you ask anybody, even Sunderland fans, would you rather have Job in the midfield or Granit Xhaka? we would all pick Granit Xhaka, and we all love Joe Bellingham. Like, we genuinely think he's class, but I don't think we'd be sat going, give us Job over Granit. In Dortmund, we love Job as well. Give him a chance. Mikas, I hope he works out genuinely. I think his dad's a bit of a bellend, but he should be kept out of the dressing room. His dad gets too involved. But I personally am surprised he went to Dortmund with the pressure that would be under him with obviously having Jude there. I thought he would have gone somewhere else, but I hope it works out for him. I genuinely do. I think he's a nice lad. I think he's a really, really good footballer. He's really down to earth, and as I say, Sunderland fans loved him. Like, we thought he was mint. He really gave his all for us, and he cared about the club, and he cared about playing there. So yeah, we wish him well, and if he comes back at some point, I think we'll welcome him with open arms. But yeah, he had to leave in order for others to come in, so it was good business for us, to be honest. 18 months, you should have a lot of players that are familiar with the tactics. You would think so. Chicken, what club do I support? I'm a Sunderland fan, Joe. Chicken. If this is the game today, what did the game look like at FM25? It probably looked shit, Lightbringer. It probably looked really, really shit. And I think Miles has said so as well. But it probably still looked very similar in terms of the UI. But I just get the impression it was shite. Job's biggest asset is his calmness on the ball, and the pressure's amped up massively off the pitch. That's affecting his game. Yeah, probably 33. Yeah, that's fair. I think Siddiqui is twice the player Job is. Wouldn't have him back personally. I think Siddiqui's amazing as well, but also he's a slightly different player, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's a slightly different player. It allows Riggy to potentially get a bit of a run out as well, maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd still take Joe back. We could find a place for him, and in this, you know, December, when everyone's off an AFCON, he'd get games. January he'd get games, but yeah, he just needs to be playing football, Job, and I think he will, and I think he'll develop, and I think he'll get better and better and better, and we can say, hey, we played a part in his development, and it's just mint to watch. It's really, really mint to watch. What do you think about this? What do you think about the stadium artwork? It's a little bit better than it was. Now you can pay people in Indonesia. Yeah, you could pay people from everywhere to do better jobs, but the Sports Interactive have paid their own staff to do their jobs, and this is what they've come up with. Now, I appreciate it. Like Bringer, you're saying that he's, you know, it's not really worked out for you. You don't fancy it. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. It sounds like there's a lot of stuff that you didn't like, and I don't think that. I think you focused on it being a console game, but ultimately there's a lot more that you were less than impressed with. That isn't really about the fact it looks console-y. So I think you've probably made the right decision, to be honest, to not keep the game. I think it doesn't sound like the sort of game that you'd like. You've heard Job is going back to Birmingham in January. That could work. They've got a bit of cash now, haven't they? So could do that. Job faces competition in Dortmund. Yeah. What do I think of the match engine? I think the match engine's fine. I think it's a bit clunky at the minute. It's ironing out. They've actually put some tackling in this week, which is good. But just to confirm, by the way, Lightbringer, I'm not saying this is. I don't think this game is above a 6 out of 10 at the minute. Still, my own personal opinion. So I'm not here defending it, going, you're 100% wrong. But what I am saying is that there's a lot of stuff that I'm questioning here, going, you're like saying, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, and I'm like, yeah, it's not that bad, but You know, where are all these idiots chatting from? It's not Twitch for once. No, it's YouTube. YouTube tuning. Just wait until we get TikTok back. Then we'll get loads. It's a 5 out of 10, says Dan. Sorry, maybe some of the things don't come into the category of this is a problem with the game, but this is a me issue. I've said that. I've said that as well, and I think that's totally fine. I think that's totally fine to be like, look, it's just not for me. 100% that's fine. Those substitutes didn't work. This is one of the things I don't like about the game, by the way. You make substitutions and they don't actually make the substitutions. Yeah, and you're like, I'm sure I've done that. And you haven't. You've clicked on continue rather than confirm. And I think Rougeau's clocked that already once or twice before on me going, you've done it wrong, TJ. I'm like, yeah, good point. Good point. Banjo Salty, as a Birmingham fan, I wish Job the best, but he won't come back to us at the Blues anytime soon. Do you not think? I wonder where he goes then. Genuine, I think he's got Man United written all over him, personally. But you take Jude. Do you reckon Lama? What, the other Bellingham? Come on. You got better taste than that. Or does he end up at Wrexham? Job would never get United's team. Do you not reckon? They've got to rebuild that midfield, though, haven't they? Bruno's got to go. Eventually. Jude would be squad depth. Yeah, get one of the last 5 minutes when everyone's legs are going. It's a good point, actually. Save him for Walsall away. I'm veering into Harry Redknapp's Scott Cannon, Frank Lampard rant. Ruben Neves. Part of the reason that Job left Sunderland because the Premier League's too fast. I don't think that's the situation at all. I think Job left Sunderland because the English media would be very, very quick to pick on him. And let's face it, nobody expected Sunderland to be where they were. No Sunderland fan expected us to be in the top four. Okay? As much as we're all having a great time, by the way, now. And we are fully aware we're in a title race until we're not. But we know for a fact that had we done what every media outlet and fan across the country had expected, and we'd struggled, and in 5 games we'd not won, we were sat bottom of the league, we had no points, 1 point, 2 points or whatever, we all know the first person that they would have picked fault with would be Job, simply because he's Job Bellingham. And it might not be his fault, but he would be the first target, and that comes purely on his surname. And it's not because he's not Jude Bellingham. He's a different player. Like, and everyone who says, oh, he's only gone to Birmingham or gone to Dortmund, because of his surname, is a little bit of sort of, well, what, you're suggesting that Dortmund don't have a scouting network? They've just went, let's sign a player with the same name that someone who's had before. But I think the media would have instantly gone straight on to Job, and that would have really sort of like put his sort of just like really drilled his confidence down. Don't think people care that much about him, to be fair. Yeah, maybe not George, but I think that would have been what I mean is the idea that he's left the Premier League because it's too slow. I don't think it's that. I think that's the reason he's left. Is brand Bellingham protection, possibly. The replay was great. We all love the replay, right? Definitive 9. Appreciate the follow. Daddy, my strange miss of FM26 is not being able to put an arm around a player for throwing a water bottle. I sort of miss the gestures as well, in a way. In a weird way. Oh, the offers for Ronaldo are dreadful now, aren't they? Offer out. We're not taking pennies. Far less pressure in the Bundesliga. I think so. I think there's just less. It's just less English media, isn't there? That's the thing. You'd think, but new transfer room is incredible. That new in and out possession tactic got their hooks on me, says Brendan. I'm hoping it gets my hooks. I like the idea of it. I just need to learn it properly. He is a huge club, much bigger. Dortmund's a bigger club than Sunderland. Just of course. Should say as well, we've not even plugged the podcast, by the way. We've not plugged the podcast while we've been chatting away tonight. Get yourselves on that, folks. The FM Show Pod, every single Thursday. Check out my opinions about stuff, and Sam Adjo's opinions, and RDF's tactics opinions, and Second Yellow Cards opinions. Transfer room is great for squad building. I need to learn how to play it, how to use it properly, to be honest, because again, I've only just started to touch upon it. Loki, we love the pod. Thank you, Loki. Very kind. Did you manage to pick up over the summer? Who did you manage to pick up? Well, Chris. Well, Chris. Let's look at this, and we've asked as well about what we continue to do, Chris, going forward. Whether we stick with Sunderland or whether we move into Darlington, and you'd be delighted to know we have a 50-50 split. We haven't gone over it a few times actually. We've lost. Let's go with who we've lost first of all. Sadly, Granit Xhaka left. He went back to Arsenal. So that was a shame. We lost Granit Xhaka. Okay, we can't see at the bottom. Granit Xhaka's gone. Sadiqi's gone to West Ham. Ruben Neves has come in on a free transfer. That's quite good. He's not quite going to replace Granit Xhaka, but he's going to be Granit Xhaka's replacement, sort of thing. So we'll get a year out of him, then we'll cash in on him. So Ruben Neves has come in on a free, by the way. James Wilson from Hearts is apparently wonder kid potential. So he's £11 million. Scottish lad, plays out wide or up front. Decent acceleration, decent finishing. He's got determination. He's got good off the balls. He might be all right as well, you know. So we brought him in. And then we've also got coming in, where's the transfer activity? Other players coming in. No, Bamford's going out. Where is it? Have we got any bits and bobs for like future players or whatever? Because we got that Georgian defender, didn't we? We've signed a Georgian left back for £3 million. Who apparently is meant to be quite good, and I think you all said that he was meant to be quite good yesterday. So he's coming in, and then to be fair, we still need to make one or two signings. We've got £11 million left. Oh no, we've got £41 million left. Yeah, wonder kid and a half. That's the guy. Yeah, we got him in for £3 million, and we've still got £40 million left. So I need a left back up until January. I could probably do with another centre half, and maybe a winger, and then I think we're probably good to go. I'm tempted to buy Ronnie from Southampton. You know who I mean. Ronnie, what's he called? Ronnie Edwards, Charlie Cresswell, TJ buying wonder kids. I know, Jord. It's hack, isn't it? It's absolutely hack. Who's Charlie Cresswell? From Toulouse. Where did he come from originally? Leeds. I've heard of this lad. Richard Cresswell's son, is it? Maybe a Dozy. I've got him at Blackburn. Have we got a Dozy on the shortlist? I don't even know who he is. I mean, we've tried to get Lakimi as well. And also the other lad we looked at was... where is he? Where is he? There was a lad from Leicester. A Leicester defender. Ben something. He looks quite good as well. Get Leon on loan. Who's Leon? This guy, Ben Nelson. 29 million quid. Does he look handy? Diego Leon. Inside fullback. I mean, oh, that sounds dangerous. Karabashvili, checked him out. We've got that's the guy we've got coming in. Yeah. We got him signed. Oh, we already bought a centre half. Sorry, we bought a guy from Norway. Where is he? This is Ivan Helland, who was wanted by Inter Milan. We got him in. What do I rate the UI out of 10? 6. 6'5", Norwegian. That'll do. So, yeah, we've signed a couple of players. I'm fairly happy, and players like Enzo Lefebvre is going to leave as well, probably. Ansu Fati is normally transfer listed if I want a wide player. Also, people slagging Bertrand Traore off need to get a grip. He's played 4 games. That's just football fans, innit? That's football fans. Is Ansu Fati 23? He's not very expensive, is he? That's a lot of money for wages, though. Let's just put that there. We probably won't get him. Diego Leon is a Paraguayan left back. So he's 18, plus the Georgian lad's only 18 as well. Need to have a think. Well, yeah, I don't know. If we do, we've got Barcelona to pay 50 grand of his wage when I sign him for Celtic. I mean, that sounds like it's going to work, doesn't it? 79 grand to keep Alderete. That's a lot of cash. I think sometimes though, George, we've just got to play the game, haven't we? And that's what everyone else seems to do that, and that's how they win. So maybe at some point I have to do the same thing. Do teams in your save also play all their signings? Since in mine they do play all the squad. I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. Maybe I'm gonna level you. I don't really pay a lot of notice to things that happen in the game. I probably should. Check out Kuzanov, got him for £15 million from City. Played 1 season, sold him to Saudi Arabia for 55 million quid. What position does Kuzanov play in? Who is he? Who is Kuzanov? Centre back. Oh, I know who he is. I'm aware of him. Is that Uzbekistan or something? Is that right? Kazakhstan. One of the stands. Uzbekistan. Look at that. TJ's got ball knowledge. Isaac Traore, 6'8" centre back. Right. Let's forget this Kazakh lad. Right. 6'8" centre half. That's what we're looking for. Van Plank, you've just talked yourself into a proper good conversation here. You've already spotted the sort of players that I go for. 6'8". You can't teach that. Right. He can go next to my 6'5" Norwegian striker and make him look like the little man. Mongo Killer, tell the unhappy squad member to move to Hendon. That would cheer him up. Yeah. 6'8", but he can jump. Can he jump? Well, even if he's only got jumping reach of 10, like he's still jumping at 7'5", isn't he? He's got jumping reach of 20. Can we all agree that the game is fun and basically the first new FM in 20 years? I can sort of agree with that a little bit, Loki. Yeah. I'm excited for the first new game. Great ball that is. What a back heel. Do you know what? That is a class animation. Disallowed. Demand more. Welcome back in. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Appreciate the raid. It's been a long time since I've seen you, buddy. Hope you're well. Welcome. Happy New Year. For many years. Hope you're good. How's your stream been, mate? What's been happening in the world? Drop a follow on Demand More, by the way, if you haven't already done so, folks. That'd be much appreciated. Christoph Clara, he's at Leicester, isn't he? Is that, or Birmingham? I think he's on my shortlist, actually. Oh, big Phil Neumann. Very pacey centre-back. There's Riggy from distance. Happy New Year ×3, mate. It's a pleasure to see you. Hope life's treating you well. What's going on up the road? Anything interesting? Clara's the captain. Yeah, he looks like a decent player, actually, Clara. I'm pretty sure we've got him on our shortlist. So, I think I saw him and I was like, oh, I like the look of him. Oh, great ball over the top. Adingra brings it down. Back inside, Riggy. Adingra. Gotta do better. We've won a header. Riggy, Habib. Trey Hume. Isidore offside, I think, isn't he? Miles offside. Welcome in, Raiders, by the way. Make yourselves nice and comfortable. We're currently managing Sunderland. Should probably let you know we're not Sunderland in the Premier League. There was a slight relegation incident that may have happened yesterday. But we kept our job. So now we're doing a rebuild, because that's what the cool kids do. Okay? We're rebuilding Sunderland already, and we're rebuilding it because it's my fault. So it only seems fair that I get the chance to do it. And we're trying to work out how long we stay at Sunderland for on stream, or when we move to start our newer save, which was going to be a journeyman, but I think we're now going to start at Darlington and try and bring Darlington through the ranks. Whether we stay there or not is going to be, we don't really know, because we're not entirely sure how long-term saves work in FM26. So don't know whether we give this 5 seasons or whatever and then go from where we go. But yeah, thoughts are welcome, by the way. Thoughts are welcome. Come and chat over in Discord as well if you need to. That's what we want. Diarra going flying in there with a crunching tackle. Volta Raider and Dan Burn, you've got a giant team in the making. I mean, Dan Burn, let's be honest, Dan Burn's a bit shit, isn't he? Really, he's just tall. Volta Raider, I think, is actually going to be half decent. And he'll be even better when he leaves Newcastle, but he looks gangly and interesting. Michaelo, how long are we streaming for? We're going to stream till about midnight, so probably about another 25 minutes, I reckon. We'll do. We usually do Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, but because it's early access and because numbers have been really, really good at the minute, we are hitting it a bit harder at the start of the new game cycle. So we are going to probably stream tomorrow night as well. So we'll be back tomorrow night, and then podcast records Sunday. Monday we'll do a big stream. Do a big stream with normal end stream, and then Tuesday, of course, is release day, isn't it? So for the full game. So let's see. We might do something in the morning. We might do some stuff during the day. We don't know. We don't know at this point. Voltamir reminds me of Berbatov. Yeah, yeah. I think the fact it's gonna sound really silly. I think the fact he wears long sleeves helps. It's got that kind of like blasé attitude about him a bit, sort of like rough and ready. Pulls off. I can imagine that he's going to be incredibly frustrating when he tries some stuff and it doesn't work. But when it does work, it looks class. Like that goal he got against, was it Brighton with the back heel or whatever? Looked cool. But also, like, yeah, he'll be United in 2 seasons. Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's a Liverpool fan, isn't he? So there's always that, which is probably not what Newcastle fans wanted to hear when he first signed. Just like Sakule, my save Chelsea are dead last. 18 points out of 26, 19th. Wolves have 22 points. Very similar to my save then. Although 20th was Sunderland. Thoughts on Kyogo at the moment? I've not really seen a lot of him. Lama, if Lama's still in the chat over on Twitch, he'll know better than I will. But I liked him at Celtic. I'm not sure how he's got on at Birmingham. I think he's a good player. And a second manager at Darlow and played both in this save. Oh, honestly, Daniel, you've not, like, you've seen me try to manage one team, right? I mean, how would I do 2 teams? That would be horrific. Gillian says put him on the last 10 minutes for corners. Could do. He'll be crying on TalkSport after he leaves. Oh, 100%. Enjoyed the Bayern head loss when we went there. Been a good player for a couple of seasons. It's a friendly and we've got players that are upset. And there's no need to get upset, lads. It's just a friendly. Right, go and do what you need to do. Okay? Have some fun. If anyone can, it's a satisfactory one. Yeah, right. We need that as an emote, by the way. Chris, I know I maybe lean on you a lot sometimes. But we could probably get an emote that just says the satisfactory one, couldn't we? I'm sure we could. Or I'll maybe try and knock one up over the weekend. Let's get a Dinger off for Lefay. Let's put Isidore off for Mundell. I'm enjoying Roma having a crack at Serie A. Gasperini has done brilliantly there. Yeah, as Gasperini's mint though, and what he did with Atalanta was legendary. I'm sure we can figure something out around me tomorrow. I'll see what I can do. Same with the back seating one as well. Yeah, thank you for that. I tried the back seating one myself, but it wasn't a perfect square when I did it. So I was trying to do it literally as the stream was starting, and I was like, should have done this in Photoshop, and I didn't. One guy I know for a long time told him last season Speakman was the right person. Messaged him again after promotion, didn't reply. Shame. Yeah, Speakman's due a lot of apologies, isn't he? Loads of people going, he's the worst, and now probably going, okay, he was right. Those substitutions haven't happened. I've done it again. Honestly. One of these days I'll remember it. I'll be able to do it properly. One of these days. He's the door. Back inside. Neves. Riggy. Adingra. There we go. Got ourselves an equaliser. Doubted him a bit after Michael Beale, but realised straight away it was a mistake, so you have to give him credit. Yeah. Exactly. He was like, yeah, this is a bad idea. I mean, also, let's not forget, he found us. Amad Diallo. So, he knows what he's doing. And he got Mowbray in as well. Speaking both through players like Blues, like Damari Gray, Jack Butland, Redmond, the Bellingham brothers. Was Speakman at Birmingham, was he? I didn't know that. And Speedman took time to find Reggie rather than panicking. Yeah. Started beat a save with Everton yesterday, says Gillian. Nathan Patterson and Tyler Dibbling are class. Tieno Barry has scored 10 goals in 7. Outscoring Haaland, haven't had much time to play the last 3 days. Yeah, I did an offline rebuild, YouTube style rebuild with Everton, and they have got some potential. And it involved holidaying, which is what the cool kids do. So I didn't do any of that managing nonsense. So yeah. TJ, hope you don't mind. Oh, repost, hope you don't mind. The reason tackling of wide players is more effective is because midfielders are engaged earlier, disrupting wingers' momentum. I'm watching on comprehensive highlights and seeing this. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense to highlight as well, by the way, Rich. So sorry if I've missed it. But so they are tackling is more effective because wide players, midfielders are engaging earlier. Yeah, so I tried to make a video about this earlier, just looking at the difference in the last 2 streams, and I saw players actually moving towards trying to engage, but my God, I'm glad it's worked. I'm glad it's worked because Wednesday was worrying. It's the game that's lagging, Daniel, because it's the beta, so the game lags every now and again. I don't think it's the stream, unless anyone else is picking up issues on the stream, but no one's mentioned it tonight, so I'm presuming it's the game. Use my wingers as wingers. Tweak the individual instructions a bit has worked very, very well. Fair. I've not done individual instructions. That could be where I'm going wrong. Exactly, yeah. The camera's not lagging. I thought it would be the game, because yeah, it is the beta, so it's not going to be fully optimized. Are you recording the game on the screen in OBS? No, not recording any of it. We use OBS to stream. They've definitely tweaked the match engine. It's playing much more better. Wingbacks are engaging more wingers. Don't seem as OP. It's playing great today compared to previous. Yeah, they're actually stepping up now, aren't they? And if you want them to go round, which they can do, they've still got to. They've still got to sort of stand them up and look to engage and step around them rather than just running through the middle of them. Yeah, which is obviously what's happened previously. So yeah, it is definitely getting better. What I try to do is tailor the instructions to the player's tendencies as much as I can. That makes sense, Socrates, but I mean it's not something I've really done before, to be honest, or really sort of like spent time on. Click on the share on the tactics screen. Is that for the instructions? What are they kicking off about? He's deserving a contract. We gave him a contract. Like he's had the contract discussion. Stop kicking off. Footballers, man. Jesus. I'm surprised that Barry's attributes don't show him as a world-class finisher, but can't drop him due to his form. Yeah, he looks good. He looks good. Capture the game. Yeah, like no, it's a game issue. It's not an OBS issue. Yeah. Right, what are we clicking on here for shirts? Oh, yeah. That's right. That's how you get your individual ones. If for people who don't know, by the way, that's how you find your individual instructions. It's not something I've messed about with. I probably should, but For people who popped in, by the way, who aren't sure what's going on, this is the this is still pre-season, by the way. Pre-season in the Championship, not the Premier League. Let's just ignore that little bit for the moment. There was a slight relegation issue, yeah, which is fine, absolutely fine. So now we have to obviously try and get ourselves back into the top division, which is completely fine. What a new contract is always an issue. Yeah, it's just nonsense, isn't it? Jody McKengo. I feel like he might be half decent. He's already accepted an offer. I'm loving the sweeper keeper animation as well. Had a ball over the top tonight. He actually sweeped and headed the ball out for a throw. That sounds pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but that sounds pretty good. Alex Jimenez, Nadia Zortera. He looks alright. Oh, he's a right back though. Adam Smith, too old, sorry. Calvin Ramsey on the right. Do we want Calvin Ramsey on the right and then maybe put Trey Hume on the left? I suppose that's one thing we could do, innit? Move Trey Hume over to the left. Or do we just put Hjelde there? Or do we actually accept that no one's coming for Reinildo yet? Keepers seem to have had a bump this year, making more saves, seems to be harder to score. Which we've all wanted, haven't we? We've all wanted that. So I think that's a good thing. Clubs on Jonas Wind. My word. Actually, he needs a new contract, doesn't he? Give him that. Just give him whatever he wants. Keep him in the team. That'll be fine. Where was that Swansea defender that we quite liked? Is he still there? Josh Timon. Oh, 22 million quid now. Oh. That's not going to work, is it? It's a lot of money for a player that we're going to try and replace with a £3 million player. Roos might be rubbish on FM. He's not as good as he is in real life, is he? Oh yeah, Swansea got promoted. Sorry, that's the thing. I've got Nico Paz on a free at the end of 27-28. Cobo are going to become good. Guess that Payton didn't come through. Good point, actually. Where is he? We did put a bid in for him, didn't we? That Payton lad? Where was he? Why is that not there? Already had the bid accepted and then withdrawn. Hang on, what? I don't understand. Did I press a button by accident? It could be, couldn't it? Maybe that's what's happened. Who's the other American that someone suggested, by the way? Was that a right back that was suggested, or is it the same person? think I've made a mistake with this guy. How much is Talis Magno? Who's Talis Magno? Brazilian midfielder. 5 million quid. Yeah, literally 5 million quid. Maybe keep him on the shortlist then, because he might be handy. Who was the Alex Freeman was the other guy on it. There's the other right back. And Traore. Yeah, was it Isaac Traore, wasn't it? Now is he going to be in is he going to be in my game though? That's the thing. But where's he from? Which club? Ismail Traore. Is it Lorient, is he? Isaac Toure. Oh right, okay. So I had both of his names wrong. That was the thing. Yeah, I was looking for Isaac Traore, not Isaac Toure. So that's why I couldn't see him. Got you. 6'8", big jumping, big heading, aggressive. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. It makes it much easier if I'm trying to search for him if I know what his name is. Even Jebaru. Nice to see you. 4 million quid? Let's try 4 million, shall we? He could be the sort of player that we like, couldn't he? But then, of course, everyone remembers when we go to the African Cup of Nations, then there's going to be issues, isn't there? But we're not going to be doing African Cup of Nations anytime soon, are we? Lorenzo Luca. Is Lorenzo Luca still a thing? I thought he was like a... Was he not an FM23 player? He's at Napoli. 21 million quid. There you go. He's still quite tall, isn't he? 6'7" tall. 18 jumper reach, 18 heading, 18 determination. Yeah, not bad. Not too shabby, I don't think. I'm not 100% sure he's going to be interested in coming to us though. I did say 6'8". I did. France have won the World Cup. Get it up, you England. There you go. They should win the World Cup actually, because they've officially got it. Well, I say officially, unofficially, because I can't give out any actual awards. But as far as I'm concerned, they've got the best kits of the World Cup. Their home kit is stunning. The goalkeeper's kit is outstanding, by the way. I've been very, very critical of Nike with their football templates over recent years, but they have smashed it with the goalkeeper kits for the World Cup. Absolutely smashed it. £16 million for Josh Timon. Is he a £16 million fullback? Is that Georgian lad's going to be better for 3 million quid, isn't he? Let's withdraw that. Dudley or Patrick Bamford. You tried holding fullbacks. Marinildo to AZ Alkmaar. Feels you should get more playing time. Well, you will get more playing time. I'm not sure I can trust you to do that. You've broken promises. Well, look, that's fine. Go elsewhere then. Right, Diarra's on his way out as well then. In real life, who do we fancy for the World Cup? Scotland. An old FIFA where Del Piero was called Del Piero Tognon. I remember that as well. That was a thing, wasn't it? Igor Ogbu. He could be half decent as well, or he could be average. We will be a threat from set pieces. We might be. We've got Dan Ballard on the bench as well. This is the thing. Might have to switch our tactic up to 3 at the back. Do you know what? Let's keep Pembele for now. Did hear Sunderland was the Naples of the North, so maybe he'll come. Oh yeah. You want Macam ice cream? You can get it done. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Come in November. That's the best time to visit Sunderland, when it's like November or January. Really, really nice. Really beautiful. Sideways rain. Grey. Even the pigeons have got coats on at that point. Roker is clear of Naples. Oh, do you know what? The beach is stunning. I don't care what you've got with Naples. Where's the Naples beach? Yeah. In January, Sunderland is the nipples of the North rather than Naples. It's an accent thing, isn't it? That's what it is. These players in the squad, shall we? Henderson at 21, he doesn't need to be in. Franklino definitely has to be in. And Ruben Neves. Let's confirm that for now. I think that might be it. Might be controversial, but Sunderland is a nicer place than Newcastle. I would. Well, you know what? Would I agree? Newcastle's had a lot more money spent on it by the council in the last 20, 30, 40, 30 years probably. Sunderland is doing a lot of renovation now, and it's starting to go pretty well, and it's starting to look pretty good. But yeah, it's had a little bit of catching up to do in terms of its infrastructure and investment. But there are parts of Sunderland which are lovely. There are parts of Sunderland which even I would not go into. Still. And I think there's quite a lot of people from Sunderland will probably agree. Past Newcastle I wouldn't go to either. Oh, agreed. And Middlesbrough, I just wouldn't go to Middlesbrough. Like, nobody needs to, do they? Isaac Toure is coming in. All 6'8" of them. Toulouse are going to try and sign Jonas Wind. I don't think so. Imagine if this Sunderland team would have Joe Bellingham. Well, we thought about this Iskovic, but unfortunately, he wasn't gonna come. I'm afraid. Reinildo has gone out to AZ Alkmaar. for 13 million quid. So we've got the money coming in. Yeah, it's another 13 million quid there. So how much money have we got now? 45 million pounds still. So it might end up with Trey Hume at left back. In fact, it can't because we haven't got another right back. Now, can Luke O'Nien can play at right back, can't he? He probably could. This feels like a Luke O'Nien rebirth. Yeah, fullbacks. We need fullbacks in pretty quickly. Oh, Mukiele can play at right back. There we go. Luke O'Nien can play anywhere. Exactly. In fact, yeah, we've got Alessi as well. So yeah, we got some left backs. We should be all right. Hope there's a place in the squad for Ponk. Ponk will probably end up playing most of the matches, I would imagine. In fact, you know what? Because Javi Diarra's kicked off. Let's put Luke O'Nien back in there. Might be a long shot, but did Gertrude go anywhere? Might be a cracking sign in the Championship. Good question, actually. Is he out of loan in the? Or is at Leipzig? Yeah. To be honest, I released Traore. Maybe we could have kept him, possibly. We want Traore registered, don't we? Or Toure, or whatever he's called. Maybe we'll get him in the squad. I think we play the Wrexham game. Let's play the Wrexham game first of all and just see what the team looked like. I have to move Ponk off the bench, possibly. We'll see. It's alright, 12 days then we'll play Wrexham and then that'll be us up and running. Then we'll know from there as to where we are. We should probably check out our pre-season odds. I'm guessing we are fairly high up in terms of expectation. So let's have a look. Season preview. We're expected to be third. That's fine. I can take third. Wolves and Fulham came down with us. So, yeah. Highland is one of our players. He's in the team of the team to look out for. Alderete and Francolino. So, yeah, we've got players. Right back from Shakhtar, £5 million. Solgrave and Washington's pretty bad. It is bad, yeah. I'm not from too far there. I'm from Albany, so... And Albany would have been seen as being posh, and it's not. Unless he decides to get himself injured again. Tobias from Shakhtar. He's probably going to be Brazilian, isn't he, if he's at Shakhtar? So he's not in. He's not in, I'm afraid. I'm from Washington. I know about Sulgrave. There you go, Bradley. See, another one of us. Third after all those departures is good. I agree. It obviously means that we've brought in some decent players to replace them. So Dean Venables, there's our young lad. Get him in, young Terry. Charlie Donaldson. I'm not sure he's going to be as good personally, but he might be. We don't know. And Caden Hazelhurst. Again, there's maybe a little bit of potential there. A good few washy lads like to see it. Yeah, well, all of us and Jordan Pickford. So let's get in. Newcastle's got bad players everywhere. Yeah, we used to live at the bottom of Scotswood Road. So that was a bit shite. Must live right next to the galleries. Yeah, we're up by the F pit. That's where we used to live. So I don't live there now. I live in York now, but yeah, home was up by the F pit. Dubravka still playing? What, the Burnley goalkeeper? The Burnley goalkeeper whose agent is Cherno Samba, by the way. Did anybody know that? Baby Tiger Gaming, appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. Very, very kind. Welcome in. Who's going to be the captain then? Because we haven't got a captain. Who's our leaders? Let's go into our dynamics. It's probably going to have to be Dan Neil, to be honest. Where's the dynamics? There must be something somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Who's our team leaders then, shall we? Leaders. Luke O'Nine, Dan Neil, Dan Ballard. Give it to Ponk. What's the lad that scored in the playoff final in the game? Did he go to Brighton? He did. Tommy Watson. He did go there. He's a good player in real life, to be honest. He knows right dynamics in the search bar. I can, but I wanted to try and find out where it was. So, right, let's move Dan Ballard back up to captain, Dan Neil, sorry, because he liked that. Do I give it to Luke O'Nine? Because like he is everything to everyone, isn't he? Really. There you go, Luke O'Nine. Acknowledge and move on. Neves is the right choice. He maybe is, but I also want to kind of keep a little bit of pressure off him, you know? Let him just play. Yeah. I've been tactic testing as the 4th of November. 14 of us starting an online save. 14? Oh, Jesus. I don't think I could be bothered with 14. I don't know 14 people. I certainly couldn't be doing 14 people in a network save. World class man management. That's what I was thinking. Like, just let him do his thing, right? Might be the best thing, might not be. We don't know. 3802 says Niels and Neves as well. But as I say, I'm just trying to let him just do his thing first of all. We shall see. Lewis Hemi, I forgot we still had him. Right, Reading want him. Okay, out you go. That's fine. Let's play this final. Let's play this first match of the season, shall we? We've all said we're all playing League One, so I picked Doncaster. Donny in League One, that's a good shout. Injuries are my nemesis. Just lost Bruno for 2 or 3 months. Well, they're a part of football, aren't they? You're going to get them. I don't necessarily know how you can avoid them. You're a UEFA B licensed coach in real life. Oh, fair play. Then there's probably going to be pressure on you to win then, I'd imagine. Are online staves still going to be a thing in 26? Thought they're being removed. I don't know. I hope they are, because we want to do the FM show network save. But we'll have to wait and see. Fantasy Draft was definitely taken off, yeah, and Create a Club was taken off. Whether the network save or not has been removed, I don't know. Couldn't tell you, I'm afraid. Okay, here we go then. So Francolino is out for the first match. Robbie doesn't look fit. I end it to start up top. Jonas Wind. Let's put Jonas Wind on there, shall we? Although we could put Isidore out there and then put Wilson out wide. Does Wilson want to go up top? He's a poacher. Do you know what? Let's pop Wilson out there then. Right, Adingra can stay out wide. Top tip, create a club, do it in FM24, load your save, it works, I tried it. Oh, really? That's interesting. I'm not sure, just that's because there are preferences for multiplayer but could be mistaken. I'm not sure, Fran. Like, I'm intrigued by it. If it works, that'll be class. Because as I say, we could definitely do with it for the network save. And if it's not going to work, then we obviously have to consider that. Jeberu, the thoughts of drafting FM24. Can you do that? Can you? So what? Load it in as a 24 save and then play it. That's sneaky. I like it. Made London Veterans a team of 35-year-old players. I'm all ears. I think this is sounding good. There is part of me has considered, well, briefly, very, very briefly, a Christmas draft, but whether we do it or not, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. See if it works. If it's back. I'm going up with Leicester. Any tips for Premier League? Yeah. Be more aggressive than I was. I was a little bit too passive and we got beat a lot. Yeah, you got to keep the team name, obviously. In-game editors, you change the nationalities of players, but do that in FM24 first. Okay, interesting. Oh, now I feel happier. Look at that, the Sky Bet Championship branding. That's much more me. None of this Premier League nonsense. Right, Sunderland versus Wrexham, the documentary derby they call it. Let's go for it. This is cosy, this is familiar, isn't it, Zeep? We like this. Netflix versus Disney Plus, who wins? Society. Oh dear, Nathan Broadhead scores against Sunderland. His former club. The Stadium of Light is... You're right, Chris. This wasn't in the script, but it also was. Wasn't it? It also was. Dean Duff, appreciate the follow. Please let Sunderland win. Yeah, we are back. Luke O'Neill in midfield is interesting. What do you mean? Of course it's in midfield. Why would he not be? What we need to do, though, is we need to be a bit better. Oh dear, this is Wrexham on the attack again. Good challenge. Hey, Hume, Wilson, Riggy, great ball out to Isidore. Isidore. Oh, what a goal that is. There we go. It's fine. Normal service is resumed. Well, normal service was resumed when we conceded the first goal, but the secondary service is resumed. Isidore goes for it, gets past his man. In the near, beat the keeper at the near post. Great finish. Hume. Adingra. Hume. Adingra. Good cross. Floated in. It's dropped down. Mukiele. Oh! Was not expecting that coming off the underside of the bar. Adingra. There's a tackle. We've won the ball back. And again, Riggy. Luke O'Neill. Isidore. He's gone round. Oh! You're playing after midnight. It must be more than 6 out of 10. That's a good point, Tooney. It's a 6.1 now. And now we plot Wrexham's downfall. Exactly, Fran. Adingra. Back inside. Trey Hume. Finds Adingra. Pulls it back. Isidore blocked. Suspect, how are we? We're all good. We're all good, thank you. How are you? Last 5 games of last season has resumed. That's the one. Adingra's getting involved, but I am tempted to switch him round. So I'm tempted to put Adingra out right, Isidore up top, and then Wilson out on the left. Helland brings it forward. Isidore. O'Neill gives it away. O'Neill's on a 6-5, so we might have to look at that as well. Oh, Hume gets fouled. Yeah. O'Neill on a 6-4 now. We replace O'Neill. I mean, Habib Diarra sat on the bench going, oh, I should be out here. Should be, but you put a transfer request in, mate. So, right, we can win this, okay? Trey Hume hanging on every word. Bradley, don't worry about yourself, mate. You go and take it easy. You're gonna have yourself a good evening. Yeah? That makes absolute sense. I appreciate the support. We'll see you soon. Alderete is coming off because he's nervous. Touré's not, though. He's just tall, isn't he? Like, when you're 6'8", you don't get nervous. He's left-footed as well. Oh, what a godsend. And then let's put Watson in midfield. Okay, all confirmed. They should work. Yes, it has. Good. You're fresh as fuck. I mean, Chris, yeah, you had a sleep this week, so you should be fine. You had upwards of 3 hours sleep. You might as well run a marathon now. Come on, Sunderland. Neves with the corner. I'm adjusting myself in my seat. I want this on someone's head. It's nodding away. Neves. Wilson. Oh! Oh! What a strike. James Wilson. That's a way to announce yourself to the Sunderland faithful. Look, Touré's an absolute giant. 6 foot. Look at the size of him. And look at this though. This is just like bang, pick your spot. Beats the keeper. Come on. Now we're talking. We're not getting sacked in the morning. That's what they're chanting, Daddy-O. You're right. Love that chant. One I've not heard very often, I must admit, though. Adingra. Floats it in. Oh, almost the back post. Wilson picks it up. In for Riggy. Go on, Riggy. Goes round. Pulls it back. Watson scores in his debut. It's 3-1. Xhaka's scored a hat-trick for U33. 2 penalties and a free kick. I love Granit Xhaka as well. There was a kid at football yesterday, so the kids go to football on Thursday, and they're walking out, and some lad had a 34 Xhaka kit on, and I was like, saying to my boy, I was like, kid with a Xhaka top on, and my lads were just like, I don't understand. And I'm like, I need to get new children. So cool as fuck, that kid there, his Xhaka kit on. 3-1. We're up to second. Hang on. Oh, okay. Sam Smith's just scored. That was sloppy, wasn't it? I heard that chant for the last 3 streams. I heard getting sacked for the last 3 streams. Yes. I don't think I've heard the chant of "you're not getting sacked" in the morning. That was a completely brand new experience. Great tackle by Riggy. What a challenge. That's what we wanted to see, isn't it? Players getting involved. Watson, Adingra. Cuts back inside. Isidore taps it in. 1-0. How many games are we in, says Tristan. This is the first of the first game of the championship. 4-2 against Wrexham. We've had goals from debutants. We've had 2 from Wilson Isidore. Yeah. This is what we want. Isidore, he just acts on instinct. And Frank Alindo is injured, so he's not playing. We know what kit your kids are getting for Christmas then. I hope so. None of this bloody Liverpool nonsense that Mrs. J seems to think. Not doing that. I'm not paying for it. What's this? We've got 20 minutes left. See, we're chasing down. Like, we're leading and we're chasing down. That wasn't in the build on Thursday, was it? Oh, great ball at the top. Ooh. Yeah, Isidore's a good player. Isidore's fine into the Premier League. Like, he needs to just act on instinct. It's when he thinks about it, that's when he's going to struggle. But he's actually quite an instinctive striker. Wilson picks it up. Oh, he's gone past his man. Neves. Ruben Neves. Oh, he fancied getting in on the action. Why not? Just looking around to see if there's anybody else that's maybe worth bringing off. A couple of tired legs out there. Oof, off the bar again. Don't tell Aaron how many times we've hit the crossbar tonight. Adingra's on a 7-7. Do we rest him? Wilson's on a 7-1. You know what? Let's do that. Let's bring Wilson off, actually. Switching back over. Let's put my ender on. And then I was going to put Jonas Wind on, but Isadore's got 2 goals, so I don't want to bring him on and get him upset. So let's put Kjelder on instead. Neves is the signing of the season. He's the new Xhaka. Neves could be good. He could be very, very good. It's a big, big signing for the Championship. Can't wait to see Jameson 7 at Anfield. Oh yeah, in his Sunderland top, absolutely. 4-2. There we go. We've done a win. That's what we wanted. Evening Brazilian Fury. How are we, buddy? Hope you're well. So that's us. Off and running in the Championship. 1 game played. 1 win. There you go. Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds. If that is indeed your real names. The satisfactory one is here. We're up and running. That's what we wanted. So I guess we come back and do it all again tomorrow. Does that sound reasonable? I think it does, doesn't it? Let's do it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have a sleep tonight, and we'll come back and we'll do a bit more tomorrow. So let's see who's about now. Who's raidable? Who fancies a drop in? It's time for sleep, I reckon. Do we go and see Mr. Maggio? Let's do that. Should we pop to Sai? We always go to Sai, don't we? But it's worth it. It's worth it. He's one of our FM Show pod co-hosts, so I think it's only fair we do that. Plus, a lot of other people. Actually, do you know what? Where's Goodyear on? Is he still doing? I think he might have just gone off, possibly. No, he's there. Right. Do you know what? Let's do something nice. Go and see Dave Goodyear. Right. Give him some love. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that. I think today's been good. Tonight's been fun. We'll see you in about 12 hours. We'll stream again. All the best, everyone. Speak to you in a bit. Goodbye now.